Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Marty!
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
Victor Conte was in an interview. I think ES News believe that's Ellie Seckback. He's in an interview with Ellie Seckback, ES News, March the 27th, 2019. If y'all can't see it, it's in the right. It's on the right side of your screen. Okay, that's March 27th, 2019. These are the words of Victor Conte. 2 years before Terence Crawford went to the SNAC program. Okay, Crawford's first fight with the SNAC program was against Sean Porter, okay, in November of 2021. So he went to the SNAC program in 2021. But 2 years prior, 2019, March 27th, 2019, here are the words of Victor Conte himself when he's asked by Ellie Seckback what is his position and who he think will win the fight between Errol Spence Jr., the truth, and Terence Bud Crawford. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
I've got all the respect in the world for both Earl and Derek. And now on to your question about that is a very tough call. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I like both guys. Terence has got tremendous skills. He's really got the dog factor, too, that I like. But I think Earl's got the dog factor going for him, too. He's a little more reserved about it. But I think one thing we learned about Earl is, like they say, don't be talking smack against the high school football team that you're getting ready to play, because they'll take everything that you say and post it up on the locker room, and they'll do nothing but fire them up. I think that Earl was highly motivated and came in there and did a great job. And we'll have to see how, if and when they fight, how the build-up goes. But I would say it's a 50-50 fight. I mean, I respect both guys. I think they're both tremendous fighters, and I want that fight to really see, who is the pound-for-pound number one. I think that Earl's the bigger guy. He's always been a 47, but I really think he's a 54.
So my question to you, and I think this is the question that most fans would have. If Crawford doesn't drink, which we know, if he doesn't smoke, which we know, if he's a gym rat, meaning that he stays in the gym actively and he keeps his body in shape 24/7, way before he got with Conte. My question to you as his best friend, knowing him, why do you think that he went over to Victor Conte to get any type of improvements if everything he's been doing in the past 36 fights up until this point, or 37 fights in his case before he went to Victor Conte, was right? They've been doing a nice streak, him and Bomac and the team, Bernie and those guys over there. Why would you think he would go over there with Conte to improve anything if everything's been working out of 37 fights?
Well, obviously he's going up against, I think, what the boxing world was saying, a bigger fighter, a bigger, stronger fighter. So, I mean, I think, like you said, SNAC does work.
This is from my guy. Double salute to him, Gregory Quarterbomb. Greg says, greeting, Manager Marty, the Roller Tape film crew or family, and Mr. Conte. Mr. Conte, did you contact Bud Crawford, or did Bud Crawford contact you? And when did you actually start working with him? And what was it he needed to improve? So let's break this down in increments. Did you contact Bud, or did Bud Crawford contact you?
Okay, as I said earlier, you have these companies out there that for every single fight, I don't know who contracts them, but they go around when they find sponsors and they say, would you like to sponsor this guy? Would you like to sponsor this guy? Would you like to sponsor this guy? Here's how much it's going to cost. I don't know who it was, but somebody that was representing Terence contacted my office, okay, and wanted some ridiculous amount of money, $50,000 or something crazy for endorsement. I said no. Thereafter, at some point, Terence called, and I talked with Terence, aside from this guy. And then Terence, on his own, he basically said, "This is Terence, and you don't have to sell me on anything. I already know what you do. I've been following you, and I'd like to work with you, you know, blah, blah, blah." And so we had a brief talk. Then he called Demetrius Andrade. He didn't tell me he was going to do that. And Demetrius said, "Trust me, you want to be with this guy. He will help you in many, many ways." Whatever Demetrius said, he vouched for me. And then Terence called back and said, "I'm in. I want to be with you in SNAC."
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Road to Tape film crew, welcome to another episode, another edition of Road to Tape podcast with Manager Marty. I'm your host, Manager Marty. I'm so excited to be here today, live in living color. Man, we're going to have a great show today. I promise y'all that. I welcome each and every last one of you that's here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me, and I welcome you. Come on in, grab a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you, some food for thought. Come on in, grab a plate. If you are watching the replay of this live, I welcome you. If you are a spy, if you are a hater, if you are a detractor of Manager Marty, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I welcome you as well. We need to get the air fryer to 500 degrees. We missed our mark the last time we came to the barbecue. Yeah, we was at the family cookout the other day, and we did not be successful in reaching the air fryer to 500. But I believe today that we're going to get the air fryer up to 500 degrees. I have something special that I want to do today because we have to talk about Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. And then we have to talk about my invitation to Bill Haney. But before we get into all of that, you know the first thing I have to do after I welcome each and every last one of you, you know this, I have to show my face. I mean, there's nothing wrong every now and then of broadcasting it live and having my camera off. Every now and then. But for the most part, you come to get live entertainment and you come to get live education. And I'm going to give you both, but I want to show my face. I promise you this. I'm not going to be as animated. All right. I promise you this. I might not be as controversial. Okay, I might be animated and I might be controversial. It's hard for me to just turn that off every now and then. But I'm glad that the family's here today. Did y'all hear what Victor Conte said? Yeah, there's a conspiracy going on. I'm going to break down the conspiracy. I'm going to break it all down today for you. But did you hear what Victor Conte said? In 2019, did you hear him? Did you hear what Victor Conte said in 2023 when he was here live talking to me? Did you hear him? What about Terence Crawford's close friend, LC? Y'all remember him? Some of y'all was not here. September of 2023, when LC came and graced us with his presence. He's a friend of Terence Crawford. In fact, he told us that he lived a few minutes away from Terence Crawford's boxing gym in Omaha, Nebraska. That's not all LC said. LC also told me that, basically in so many words, that I'm not welcomed in Omaha, Nebraska. In fact, he told me that a lot of people in Omaha, Nebraska don't like me because of the things that I've been saying about Terence Bud Crawford, not just about the SNAC program, but even before that. If you go and watch my content, how I started out on YouTube, I was giving my expertise on the negotiations between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and we're going to get to that on another day. But everything that I said came out to be true. So before we get into that, let's talk about Bill Haney. I want to lay the foundation properly for this because I think it is as equally as important. Because a lot of people in my comment section, a lot of people email me, a lot of people reach out in the DMs, and yes, I know I'm going to rebuild the YouTube, not the YouTube, my Instagram and Facebook and all that. I know, I get it. I'm going to build it up. I don't be on there as much. But people DM me, and the common theme is you're hating on Terence Crawford or you're hating on the Haneys, Devin and Bill Haney. That's basically the hate mail that I receive. And a lot of people don't understand the angles that I'm using when I talk about either two of those fighters, Terence Crawford and Devin Haney. But let's talk about this because I think this is as equally as important as I just mentioned. So when I look at Devin Haney, right, as a professional boxer, because that's the only thing I'm talking about, as a professional boxer, I've been saying this, y'all. I've been saying this time and time again. If you watch me long enough, and if you didn't, that's okay. I'll catch you up to speed. I've been talking about this over and over and over again. I've done a plethora of videos on this channel trying to figure out from you, the fan base, the audience, is Bill Haney good for Devin Haney's career? Is he sabotaging his career? Is he good for the brand? And I broke down reasons why, unfortunately, he isn't. I told each and every last one of you, live in living color, not on this platform, but another platform by Jamil, YSM Sports Media, when I conducted an interview literally 1 week after Devin Haney fought Lomachenko. Y'all remember that? And YSM Sports Media, Jamil, he asked me, as a boxing manager, what do you think should happen next now that Devin Haney won against Lomachenko? This is literally 1 week after the fight. And I said this. I got the tape queued up if you don't believe me. And by the way, let me just say this real quick. The link, as always, it is pinned to the top of the chat. It's open panel. Anybody can come and join us live in living color. That link is for you, but it's also reserved for someone else, Bill Haney. Anybody can come up, including Bill Haney. I'm going to get the bill in 1 second. But for right now, let me lay the foundation. I told the audience, YSM Sports Media, literally a week after Devin Haney fought Lomachenko, when I was asked as a manager, from a business perspective, what should Devin Haney do next now that he won against Lomachenko? And guess what I said? I kept it very simple. All he has to do is get Bill Haney, since Bill Haney is his representation, on the phone with the great Al Heyman. Because Devin Haney was still a lightweight. He was still competing at 135 pounds, correct? Before he announced that he was moving up. I'm talking about before that, right? Okay. Get on the phone with the great Al Heyman. Why? Because Bill Haney been running around for the last couple of months speaking Tank's name out. You know that's the tactic that they use. You know that's a marketing tool that you see people using. Boxers I'm talking about. They keep throwing Tank Davis' name out there. Tank Davis, Tank. That's we see the play, right? And if you're gonna talk all of that about fighting Tank, talking about Tank Davis' mother, talking about how Tank Davis looked like a gorilla or a monkey and all this other stuff, get Al Heyman on the phone, negotiate terms so that Devin Haney can finally get that fight with Tank Davis while he's still at 135. Did that happen? No. Another reason why I said that is because of Bill Haney's attacks on black fighters. I mean, we see the play. This is not a knock on Bill. We got to keep it 100 and be real with each other, right? He constantly, over and over and over again, demean black fighters, black professional boxers, even those that are retired. This is a fact. This is not my opinion, right? So if you're going to do all of that, and then on the flip side of that coin, in the same breath, do the power to the black people. I'm pro-black. If you're going to do that, why not give the black man an opportunity to do business with you? And I'm talking about Al Heyman, the black man. Because if you look at Devin Haney's career, he hasn't done a lot of business with the black power brokers in the sport. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. We know that Bob Arum is not black. We know that Eddie Hearn is not black. He went with Eddie Hearn twice. We know that he's not black. Okay, we know that there was a deal on the table with Showtime's Steven Espinosa. We know he is not black. We also know that Turkey Al-Sheikh now is not black. It doesn't stop there. We know Lou DiBella is not black. All I'm trying to get you to understand is that we were waiting for Bill Haney to make the proper decisions as a boxing manager. Before I move forward, I have to do this because the air fryer is just really starting to warm up. Double salute to my guy, Gary, coming right in, warming up the air fryer with the super chat. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you, man, for your contribution and your support to the channel. I appreciate you. Gary says this in the super chat. Victor knows what he cooked up in the basement and put in that snack for Crawford. We got to figure out what ingredients were in that snack. We need answers. Thank you again, Gary. And double salute to my guy, Jay Miller. Thank you for the contribution and support to the channel. Jay Miller says in the super chat, greetings. Roll the tape, film crew. Thanks, Jay Miller and Gary. The air fryer is just starting to warm up, y'all. We have to get this air fryer up to 500 degrees. I got something that I want to do in front of all of you. But we need your active support, and all of your monetary contributions are greatly appreciated. I'm telling you that right in advance. Now, hold on for 1 second. Had to make sure we put the phone on do not disturb, because I don't want anybody to miss this, right? So moving forward with Bill Haney, right? So I'm looking at the moves that has been made. Now, I know people keep telling me, and so does Bill, you know, he's the 2023 manager of the year. 2023 manager of the year. And that's cool. I mean, that's good. That's cool and all. But I'm just trying to figure out, in 2023, his son had a guaranteed contract. It's easy to be manager of the year when you're just walking your son or your fighter or your client into a room with a guaranteed contract. I mean, that's very, I mean, anybody can. Any manager can do that, especially without putting up your own money. So and I'm not demeaning that. I'm just saying it is the part of the business, but at the same time, it's a whole lot of bragging going on when we know in 2023 that his son was signed to Bob Arum in a 3-fight deal. Now, what would have made him the manager of the year, in my opinion, if they would have closed the show out in 2023, fighting Lomachenko, and then at the end of the year, going against who? Tank Davis. But unfortunately, guess who beat Devin Haney to the punch before he even fought Lomachenko? You guessed it, Ryan Garcia. Who's the main event on this card in New York on May 2nd? Ryan Garcia. You see where I'm going with this? Who is Ryan Garcia's opponent on May 2nd? Rolly Romero. Two guys that both lost to Tank Davis are fighting each other on the main event card, while Devin Haney is playing the back seat on the undercard. Why? Because here's the thing. Reason number 3 why I told the audience and even Bill Haney indirectly on that interview that I did with YSM Sports Media a week after Devin fought Lomachenko is because no matter the outcome of the fight between Devin and Tank Davis, between Devin Haney and Tank Davis, guess what would have happened for Devin Haney's career? It would have skyrocketed. Even if Tank Davis would have beat Devin Haney. Now, somebody might ask, well, Manager Marty, what data can you use to support your thesis? What evidence do you have that you can present to justify your perspective? It's very simple. Everyone that fought Tank Davis, and you know they all lost, with the exception of Lamont Roach, guess what? Their careers skyrocketed, irregardless of the result. Let's look at Isaac Cruz. He's been on pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view after the loss to Tank Davis. If that's not good business, I don't know what is. His popularity grew, and he's the one that lost the fight. Remember, I'm the only one that told you, live and live in color, right here on YouTube, that a fighter can lose a fight, but then gain a fan. Remember that? A fighter can lose a fight and still win a fan. And we saw time and time again, this played out after a loss to Tank Davis, right? Isaac Cruz, he's been on multiple pay-per-views. Don't forget, Isaac Cruz was on the undercard of Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Don't forget, Isaac Cruz was on the undercard for a world title against who? Rolly Romero, a guy, both of them lost to Tank Davis. Thank you, Creole the Traveler. Let me say it. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. That's why I'm glad y'all here today, okay? And that's what this business is all about. Double salute to my guy. That's my guy right here, man. Day one supporter, Supreme L in the building. Thank you for your contribution and your support. Supreme L just got the air fryer to 375 degrees. And Supreme L says this in the super chat, just coming in to get my fish plate, Professor Marty. Facts on facts on facts. Teach us. Manage the front counter, bro. Hey, I like that. I love when Supreme L come. He always give us double entendres like I do. I like that, Supreme. Yeah, I'm going to manage the front counter. And you definitely, hey, if you want some sauce on that fish, you let me know. But here's the thing about it. It's very simple. Double salute to Jay Miller. Spent the block. Spent the block. Got the air fryer up. 385 degrees. Thank you, Jay Miller. We have to get the air fryer up to 5. I got something special I want to do for y'all. I've located Bill. I've located him. I got something for y'all. We got to get the air fryer up. I got something real nice for y'all. I located him. Okay? Double salute again to my guy, Jay Miller. He's spinning the block with the super chat. Thank you again, Jay. He says in the super chat, you can't burn bridges with folks in the biz and then talk trash about them on the internet and then expect to be blessed. Have your territory. And that was point number 4 that I'm going to get to, Jay Miller. If you stay right there, thank you for that, Jay Miller. Thank you. See, this is what I love about the channel. This is what I love about the Roller Tape Film Crew. Everybody learns here. You know what I mean? I love it. And Jay Miller, that's the next point that I was going to drive home. But getting back to Isaac Cruz, he fights Rolly Romero for a world title and beat him on the undercard of another pay-per-view. This is after he loses to Tank Davis. I'm trying to give y'all perspective so you can understand where all this is coming from when I talk about Devin Haney and Bill Haney, right? From a boxing manager's perspective, right? To teach you the business of boxing. Now, let's get down to it, right? Who's next? Who's next? Okay, so Isaac Cruz lose. We got it. Don't forget who else lost. Guess who else lost to him? Don't forget about Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, the other Garcia. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when Andy? Y'all remember when Garcia fought Lamont Roach? Remember, he fought Lamont Roach on the undercard of David Benavidez against Andre. Some of y'all forgot about that. Some of you forgot about that. Remember? Garcia had beat Chris Colbert, right? Brooklyn, New York. And then he fights Tank Davis in January 2023. Right? Remember Boots was on the card and he fought Karen? Y'all remember that the first time. Y'all remember that. Garcia lost. Right on the stool. He retired on his stool. He lost. Guess what? On an undercard of a pay-per-view. You see how his stock rose even after he lost to Tank Davis? Of course, we know Ryan Garcia loses to Tank Davis. His stock rose. Then fights Devin Haney on a pay-per-view main event. All of these fighters I mentioned surpassing Devin Haney, not just in popularity, but in exposure. Why? Because the casuals should be converted from just being casuals to pay-per-view buyers. And when the promotion exposed the pay-per-view audience with the fighter, they're connected. But that's not what the Haneys did. The Haneys chose to move up in weight, not fight Tank Davis, not get Al Heyman on the phone to negotiate a deal, but they go up and cherry pick, and this is no disrespect. I respect every fighter that get in that ring. This is no disrespect to Regis Prograis at all. They go up to 140, cherry pick him for the belt, knowing that they was going to come in over the weight limit, 165, right? I'm talking about rehydration. Let's stay. Please stay with me. Thank you, Ty. I was talking about Hector when I say Garcia for y'all. Some of y'all that might not have known that I was referring to Hector Garcia, right? So now they move up. Devin Haney moves up 140, go capture a title, which is great. He captures a title, cool, fine. But where's the popularity? Where's the pay-per-view exposure? We got Isaac Cruz that done fought 3-4 times on pay-per-view thus far. Popularity still rising. And he lost to Rayo. Am I right or wrong? Isaac Cruz just lost to Rayo. Right? The one that just fought Gary Antoine Russell. Right? And guess what? He was back on another undercard of a pay-per-view. Right after that loss. I'm talking about Isaac Cruz. Once again, exposure and popularity. So that's the whole point that I'm bringing up. And then to re-illustrate the point that Jay Miller was talking about, now we got the antics of Bill Haney that's surrounding his son's career with a big cloud over it. With the demeaning of the fighters, disrespecting the legends like a Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner. Right? Calling people names, insulting them. Even insulting me. But that's neither here nor there. I ain't nobody special. But the point that I'm making is we don't see production. We just see and hear a lot of this. Talking. Where's the actions? Because if you really look at what happened is really a travesty. I keep telling y'all over and over again, and I'm going to say it because it's as equally as important and is relative to my point. Good representation is priceless in this business. You didn't hear that nowhere else. That's my slogan. Good representation is priceless. I told y'all by the phone booth last year, all Bill Haney has to do is 3 things. Number 1, go in the background, bro. Shh. Go in the background. Shh. Number 2, learn the business of boxing. And then number 3, let Devin Haney get in the front so that the fan base, the pay-per-view audience can connect with his personality. One thing you know about fans in sports, no matter what sports, you can name any sports, doesn't matter. You can name any entertainment industry, doesn't matter. Fans connect with the individual's personality. They connect with the person's personality, the image of that person, right? Whether they are that person in real life or not, the fans of that person connect with the person's personality, right? But how can the person connect with Devin Haney's personality when all we keep seeing and hearing is Bill Haney? Double salute to Gary. He's, oh my gosh, my man been a member of the channel for 13 months. And he came back spinning the block again. And he says these words, I learned something new on this channel all the time. Thank you, Gary. Listen, it only takes one, Gary. It only takes one person to learn at least one thing about the sport and business of boxing that you weren't exposed to before you came over here. That satisfied me. I'm satisfied, man. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you taking the time to learn, man. Double salute, Supreme L. He just got the air fryer up to 400 degrees. We got to get it up to 500 now. We almost there. Supreme L, thank you again for your contribution. Supreme says in the super chat, had to get back in line. I forgot my drink. This topic is hot. Add tartar and hold the hot sauce. You got it. You know you black. You know they have a stereotype. Black people have to eat hot sauce on the fish. I don't know where that came from. But got you on the tartar sauce, brother. I'm going to hold the hot sauce. You know what I mean? And we glad that you got back in the classroom, man. So I wanted to bring all of that up to give people a broader perspective on my point. So when people keep coming in the DM in the comment section and then in the chat, I'm hating on the Haneys, I'm hating. No, listen to the facts that I'm presenting. I make too much sense when I'm bringing this stuff up. And that is hurting who, Devin? The boxer always have to suffer the consequences when their team is not right. Good representation in this business is priceless. So now that we know that Bill Haney is doing all of this talking over and over again, guess where Devin Haney is fighting? Back at the crime scene in New York with the same commission that overturned the decision against Ryan Garcia. And guess who's the main event? On the same card of Devin Haney, the guy who allegedly cheated him. Where they do this at, y'all? A guy can use PEDs to intentionally cheat Devin Haney, but yet become the main event attraction a year later. First fight coming off of suspension, he's on the main event. His name is running around all billboards, on the marquee, on all the advertisements, main event. But yet, he was the PED cheater. And Devin Haney, the victim, is on the undercard. Where is the good representation? Where is it? I mean, we see Bill Haney sprinkling all this sauce, but where's the meat at? In other words, is the actions. You talking, but we need to see your actions. That's going to benefit Devin Haney. You sprinkling the sauce, but where the meat at? You sprinkling sauce on an empty plate. Why? I mean, DHP Promotions is a legitimate company, isn't it? So like I said last weekend, is why don't DHP Promotions headline their own card in Las Vegas? I didn't say the MGM Grand Arena, but it doesn't matter. In Las Vegas. That's Devin Haney's home, right? He could afford Jose Ramirez out there at home to revitalize his career, to rebuild his confidence, to revamp his image to the who? Connecting pay-per-view audience. Because the last time Devin Haney was in New York City, that's why I call it the crime scene. The last time he was in New York, we seen what happened. The last time Ryan Garcia was in New York, we seen what happened. You want to know why Ryan Garcia is the main event on this card? Do you know why? Because he is a bigger draw than Devin Haney. Now, somebody's going to say to me, Manager Marty, you hating. Blue Blood told us that Devin Haney making $3 million in this undercard, and he's making more money than Tank Davis. You might even say, Manager Marty, Bill Haney done told us that his son is the face of boxing. I got a question on that. If all of that's true, then how come Devin Haney got paid less money than Ryan Garcia when they fought each other? Y'all remember that? Listen, don't get mad at me. These are facts. Don't forget there was a split in the percentages, and Devin Haney took less. Devin Haney took less of the percentage. Y'all remember? Y'all saw the documents of the lawsuit, don't you? Don't you remember the lawsuit that was filed by Bill Haney? I'm talking about against Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. Y'all remember that? The 47% split? Oh, okay. All of, was it 46 or 47? Okay, bottom line is he got paid less than Ryan Garcia when they fought. But you want me to believe he's getting paid more than Ryan Garcia to be on the undercard and Ryan Garcia's the main event. Come on, y'all. Stop with the cat. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. I'm making too much sense here. These are all facts. I'm not mad. These are facts. We're going to get the Terence Crawford and the Canelo Alvarez conspiracy in a minute. But I want to lay a foundation. Because time and time again, I make statements, I back it up with facts, and then people insult me, you know, like Bill Haney. And so all I'm trying to get at is if Bill Haney would do the three things that I've been telling him to do for the last 2 years, maybe, just maybe, Devin Haney wouldn't be on the undercard in New York on a Ryan Garcia main event card. Maybe. You have to know the business of boxing. All of this, that's not going to work. All that pouring sauce on an empty plate, that's not, I mean, that works for YouTubers. You know, you finessing people, jumping on people's platform. That sounds All that sounds good, but the people that's actively in the business, we see right through that. And speaking of see right through that, people are starting to not like Bill. I'm talking about in the business. Don't get mad at me. I'm talking about in the business of boxing. And guess what? If you don't believe me, why did they turn the turkey then? Think about it. Why is he running the turkey al-Sheikh then? Hello. It's very simple here. Why is he running the turkey? Bob Arum was in a purse bid on behalf of Sandor Martin for no more than $2 million. And there was not another promoter, including DHP Promotions, that stepped up to the plate to get in a purse bid with Bob Arum in top rank for Devin Haney to defend his title against his mandatory, Sandor Martin. There's something wrong with that picture. Eddie Hearn is publicly speaking in an interview stating that he did not want to lose $1 million. He said it just wasn't worth him just losing money, backing a guy, Devin Haney, who wasn't even signed to him anymore. And he knew he was going to lose that money because he said, don't get mad at us, that Devin Haney is not a big draw. That's just what that is, which is why Bill Haney constantly runs to guaranteed purse at the guaranteed purse at the guaranteed purse. We see the business model. And there's nothing wrong with the business model if you're going to stand firm on it. But don't get on YouTube platforms talking like you know the business of boxing, finessing and manipulating the audience when all y'all doing is the same play and the business model is not working. You mean to tell me that Isaac Cruz and Rolly Romero should be criticized for being an undercard? No. You mean to tell me Hector Garcia should be criticized for being an undercard? No. These are three fighters that fought Tank Davis and lost. And they all fought on the undercard and main event. But Devin Haney never even fought Tank Davis, like the boxing manager, me, referred them to do in 2023, 2 years ago. Double salute. Jay Miller is spinning the block again, busting that Yui again in the super chat. He busted a U-turn in the super chat. Jay Miller says, Manager Marty, in his best Aero S, stop that cat. Yes, stop that cat. Now, speaking of Bill Haney, because we have the air fryer up, 400. We got him up we about 410 right now. We need to get the air fryer 500 degrees before this broadcast is over. We got 410. Where's somebody just put it in the somebody put it in the chat. It might have disappeared off the screen. Jay Miller again, I see you. I see you again in the super chat. Jay Miller said, fish fried hard and ain't no holding the hot sauce. I'm going to pour some hot sauce on your fish, Jay Miller. Watch this. Can I get a general consensus? I don't know how to do the, you know how you do the, a survey? I don't know how to do it. I don't know if StreamYard does it or going straight directly to live. But I'm going to do a verbal. Can I do a verbal survey? How about I do a verbal survey? I'll do a verbal survey. Double salute to my guy, Lifeline Music TV. Thank you for the contribution and your support to the channel, Lifeline Music. Man, he just dumped that nickel right in the super sticker. Thank you. Hey, Lifeline Music is a day one supporter of the channel too. And listen, I want to give a double salute to all of the members of the Roll the Tape film crew. I see you, all things. Michael Dangerfield, 2 Cents Boxing, Ty, I see you. I don't want to miss anybody. I see y'all. I see. Is Lucky still here? My man Gary. Is Lucky McKinnell? Is Lucky? Can somebody go find Lucky? Is Band Up here too? I think Band Up is here. Is Band Up? Double salute to Band Up as well. He's also a member of the channel. Supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew. Who Band Up? Did who get beat up or did who get beat down? Ask me right now. Who? I think I know who you're talking about, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. Who? Band Up, who you talking about? Did who get beat up or get beat down? Who? EJ? We weren't even talking about EJ, bro. But I'm glad you brought him up. I'm glad you brought him up because we're going to talk about EJ just a second, Band Up, with your guy, Terence Crawford. Oh, yeah, double salute to Andre Smith. He is here live in living color. He's a supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew and a member of the channel. Is Lucky McKinnell's here? I don't mean to do a roll call. I just want to ask you something real quick because I want to do a general consensus right now. I want to do a what you call that? A survey, verbal survey. Is Lucky here? Lucky's still here? I don't know if Lucky's still here. I don't know where Lucky at. He's probably not here. I just want to see something. I want to do it. Hold on, let me see something. Because we do have the air fryer. I need the air fryer up just a little bit hotter because I want to do something it's going to be big time when I do this. So I got to make sure that we have all the support we need. Hey, Shadow Band, they call me Marty Matlock. You know I'm all over the case. Hey, real quick, can I get a general consensus? Listen, real quick, I was told by somebody in the chat, and I'm trying to find it, but it must have disappeared on my end up here. I can't remember. I saw while I was talking. Someone told me, now I'm only going by hearsay, but it was in the chat. Someone told me that Bill Haney is live right now on Coach channel. I believe he's talking about Coach Malachi. I want to make sure if that's, I don't know if that's true or not, but somebody in the chat, I can't remember who. That's why I'm asking for Lucky McKinnell. I'm not sure who that was that asked me. I mean, not asked me, but told me that Bill Haney is on Coach Malachi's channel. So I want to do a quick. I don't know if he's still live. Y'all know I don't go on Coach Malachi's channel. I don't watch him. Y'all know what was that in 2023 or 2024? No, I think it was in 2023. Yeah, in 2023. You know, me and Coach Malachi had some words, but this ain't about him. That's dead and over with. No problem. He still be talking about me sometimes. I'm not mad at the guy. It's all good. No problem. But I just trying to figure out, do y'all think that I should call Malachi up and talk to Bill if he's still there? I want to talk to Bill. I don't want to hunt the guy. I don't want to start no controversy. I just want to talk to the guy. Y'all think I should do that? I'm asking my family members here. You think I should? Because I call the show. I call the show and hey, holla at Bill. I mean, the guy won't come over here. I mean, he keeps saying he will come over to small channels and all this, but I haven't seen the guy yet. I mean, he did come over here. Was that last week? He came over in the chat, but he wouldn't click the link. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I should go talk to him over. I'm just asking. Do y'all think? I'm just asking. Y'all don't have to go over. This is going to be live right now. Everybody keep telling me to call him. I seen two people come. I saw two people say call him. That's what I just saw just now. Double salute to my guy, Chef Curry, in the super chat. Chef Curry, just getting the air fryer up 425 degrees. Chef Curry says in the super chat, air fryer contribution. Hey, Chef, man, thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. Hey, listen, man. Hey, man, all my heavy hitters in the chat telling me to do it. Y'all think I should do? I'm gonna call him right now. Why not? We're gonna call and see what's up.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Manager Marty. Let's see if he answers.
Yes, sir. Caller, what's the name you calling from?
Yo, this Manager Marty. How you doing, Coach Malachi?
Hey, what's going on, fam?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I was told in my chat that you have Bill Haney over there. Can I talk to the guy? I mean, I've been trying to get the guy to come on the show, Coach, but he won't come over here. Can I talk to the guy? I just want to ask him something.
Man, I just ended the show, fam. We just ended it.
Man.
I ran, and listen, we was live for, I normally do a 3-hour show. I went over by 52 minutes. We was live for 3 hours and 52 minutes. So he kind of came in on the, I think I was at the 2.5 hour mark or something of that sort. And I'm gonna see. I'm probably like almost the 3 hour mark, 2.5 hour mark. And he was on here for about, I would say, an hour.
Ooh.
Something like that.
Well, you know what? I don't know what your show is and all that time. I don't watch the show, but next time I would like to come on and talk to the. I mean, when you talk to him, he knows I'm looking for him. I just want to ask the guy.
You can just call in because my number be at the bottom. So okay, if you don't watch the show, how you know he was on here?
Somebody in my chat said Bill Haney, because I'm doing a live, talking about what's happening with Devin Haney's career and all of us, how he's on the undercard of Ryan and how do we get here. So basically it's like, been talking about Bill Haney, not in a bad way, but just like, yo, he need to come up here, so on that type of time. But somebody in my chat said he's on your show.
Yeah. He just got off probably about 10 minutes ago. Just got the show. So. Just reach out to him. He'll come on your show. Reach out to him on social media. If you, I don't know if you're on X or your Instagram, tell him he gonna respond.
All right, that's exactly what I'm.
He gonna pull up.
All right, I'm definitely gonna do that, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, that was Coach Malachi. Hey, Flyer, I'm gonna take my glasses off right now. Hey, Flyer Frequency, come on up here and click that link. I want to ask you something. I want to ask Flyer Frequency a question. Come on up here, bro. Let me put that on the screen so people know what I'm talking about. Come on up here. I want to ask you something, Flyer Frequency. Come on up here, brother. Yeah, come on up here, brother. You jump on everybody else's platform. You've been up here before, so you know how I am. Just come on and jump. I want to ask you something. Because you just said I missed Bill on purpose. Come on, bro. You should know me better than that. Come on, bro. Just come on up, Flyer Frequency. I want to ask you something. That's why I just want to just ask you one question. Maybe two. But anyway, hey, I just wanted to ask Bill. I mean, I hate to have that go. I didn't mean to put that comment on the screen. I hate to have to chase the guy down. I've been asking the same question over and over again for almost 2.5 years, and I want someone to just answer well, I got a lot of questions for Bill, but you said I don't want to click the link because Todd Drake for what? Because Todd Drake for ain't say hi to me today. Don't worry about her saying hi to you, bruh. This is my show. How you trying to steal the ladies from the show? Just come on and click the link, Flyer. I want to ask you something, bruh. That's all I was want to ask. Why do people get so afraid of just answering the question? And by the way, I'm going to reach out to Bill Haney. Like I reached out to him a couple times before. But I am going to reach out to him on social media again. I want to ask these guys questions. And Clarissa Shields, and I just want to ask her questions. Hey, Flyer, come on up here, man. You said I'm ducking Bill and all this. Come on up, man. Come on, man. Come on up. Now, I want to play something. Oh, I want to play this. That's what I wanted to play for y'all, so y'all know where this is coming from. Marquis, what's up, big dog? So y'all know where this is coming from real quick. How long we been on here? 54 minutes? All right, this is what made me call. Hold on.
liking him or you don't like him or whatever the fuck it is, let me tell you, bro, you're still helping us. You see what I'm saying? If you like us or you hate us, if you like us or you hate us, you're still helping us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I go on every channel. I don't care if it's big or small, right? You know what I mean? I go on them all, you know?
Okay, that was Bill Haney. He was on Coach Malachi. Shout out to the member of the channel that just sent me that clip. Bill Haney said, that was a small little clip that I just played for y'all. He said he go on all the channels, no matter if they big or small. Well, we haven't seen Bill Haney click the link yet. I mean, he was here in the comment section. What was that, last Friday or something like that? One of them Fridays, 2 Fridays ago maybe. But he didn't click it. He told me he wouldn't click the link. Hopefully this time he does. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. We have a guy in the background, and I'm going to let you all decide. We're going to do a general consensus. Boxing Hacker is in the background, okay? Now, I tried to teach him the business the last time he was up here. But every show I do, just like every show everyone else does, Boxing Hacker finds a way to just disagree, even when the people makes sense. I don't know if y'all want him up here. I'm not sure if y'all want him up, but I will let the great roll the tape family members decide whether I should let Boxing Hacker up today. But before we do that, we have, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on?
Man, I like how you do things, Flyer Frequency. You've been up here 1,000 times, brother. How are you?
I'm good. You never let me on before. You always be ducking me.
Come on, Flyer Frequency. I got you on tape. Don't make me pull it up.
Protecting Dean. Dean was up here. I was trying to come up here. You wouldn't let me come up.
Bruh, Flyer Frequency.
You don't remember?
No, I don't. But I will ask you this question real quick. You know this is not your first time today on this channel, right?
Oh, yeah. I come through here. You just never let me on the panel.
Well, that's not true, because the one time you were up here, you were trying to convince me and the audience that Terence Crawford was with the SNAC program just for endorsement. And I told you that that wasn't true. And then 6 months later, we had Victor Conte prove that. Can I get an apology or some kind of something? You know I was right.
I don't remember that.
You know I got the tape.
I said, Bud. I said, wait, what I say again? I said Bud was with SNAC only for endorsement.
You try to disagree with me when I was telling you about the SNAC program work. This is in the beginning. This is like August and September of 2023. That was when you was here talking. You don't remember that?
No, you ain't never let me up on the panel. This is my first time on this panel.
Wow.
As far as I remember.
I'm going to find that tape. But I'm glad you're here now. Let me ask you, why did you say that I did that on purpose? What's all that about, bro?
Come on, man. We know Coach wasn't on right now.
No, actually, I didn't know that. I didn't even know he was on, period.
You said somebody told you he was live right now?
In the chat.
So what, they lied to you?
No, somebody in the chat said Bill Haney is on Coach live right now. It's in the chat. When you replay this, check my live chats. You're going to see it's in there. You know I'm not going to lie to you, bro.
Oh, I ain't see it, though.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I saw it as I was talking.
Oh, that's all good, though. It's all good. You missed him. So you missed him. What you wanted to ask me again?
Well, I wanted to know, why did you think that I would? I mean, you know I wouldn't duck no smoke. You know, you've been watching this channel long enough. You know I
can't tell you. You've been ducking my smoke all the time. So that's why I thought you.
Okay, guess what?
So that's why I thought you.
I know. You're here now, and you keep hiding your face when you were everybody panel. So we see what you try to do. That's cool. You can hide your face. What you want? You say I'm ducking. You say I'm ducking you. You're here now. Let's talk. What's up? Where we at?
So what you about to start at? What you about to tell us that Bud put on 25 pounds of pure muscle in 24 hours?
I'm not going to tell you that. I was using it as a reference. I got your attention, didn't I? I got your attention when I said that, didn't I?
Oh,
But
you
let's
was
speak
just
on
playing when you
25.
said that?
Huh?
Oh, you was just playing when you said that?
No. I was using it as a tool. You know, the same tool that other people use. But speaking of 25 pounds
So
and
you was
20,
you was using lying as a tool?
when have you ever? Come on, bro. You know, lying ain't even in my character. But hold on
So
for a
what's
minute.
that then? The 25 pounds of pure muscle? That sounds like a lot to me.
Flyer frequency. Let's set the foundation since you brought this up. The foundation was, which I was trying to relate to the audience, and you know this, you were there on Fanon's channel because that's what you're talking about. Devin Haney said he put on 25 pounds within 24 hours just by drinking water alone. And I played that tape back for you. You remember that, right?
He didn't say just by drinking water alone. You adding words now. He didn't say alone. You
All
adding
right, well,
on.
tell me what I got the tape. So you tell me what he said then. Tell me what he said.
Roll the tape. Ain't that what you say? Roll the tape.
Right, I will roll the tape, but you are saying that he didn't say something. So tell me exactly what Devin Haney said.
He didn't say that word that you said only.
Okay, tell me what he said. Don't tell me what he didn't say.
I don't know exactly what I don't know everything he said. Just roll it.
So then how can you say I'm here we go with the
Because I know
semantics.
you adding that part on. I remember.
He said it
And
was
regardless
water.
but what do that have to do with 25 pounds of pure muscle though?
Hold up. He said water weight. What do you think that means?
Yeah, come on, we know what water weight is.
No, you tell me.
Most of the weight is water. It's water lost or gained by water, by drinking water. But not only water though, usually you put some kind of salt mixture in there because salt helps the body retain water.
Is that what Victor Conte's doing? He's putting salt in their water. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what Victor Conte doing, man. I don't be in there working with them guys.
But you know it works, don't you?
I know what works.
The SNAC.
Salt?
No.
Oh, SNAC. Oh, yeah, yeah. I hear a lot of people, even people who not boxers, say that SNAC work.
What you mean by
for
that?
For them, anyway.
Who do you mean by that when you say people that's not boxers?
Well, I know a lot of people that, take the SNAC, supplements or whatnot. Not just boxers. Some boxers with the SNAC program, they don't take the SNAC supplements. Not all of them do. Some of them just do the workouts and stuff. The little regiments and stuff that they be having.
How do you know?
How do I know?
Very simple question. How do you know that most boxers don't take the supplements?
I didn't say most. I said some some of the boxers don't. Not all of them take the supplements.
Fine. How do you know that?
If I'm not mistaken, I think some of the fighters say that they don't take the supplements. But we see them sporting SNAC like shorts and stuff like that, endorsements and stuff like that, endorsing SNAC. Right?
I see.
Devin Haney didn't use the SNAC program for the Ryan Garcia fight.
How do you know that?
Right? But y'all still attach it to it because they said they didn't.
Who you
they say they didn't. They say they didn't use SNAC for that.
He had the SNAC logo on the back of his trunks. I got the tape. I got the picture. I got it.
That's the reason why I said sometimes fighters endorse SNAC, but they don't necessarily be taking the supplements and stuff. We see Shakur Stevenson with the SNAC logo and stuff on.
You see the results
when he's working out and stuff like that. Do you think that what you was saying?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
So I was going to ask you, do you know if he's using the supplements or is he just endorsing?
See, let me explain this to you. You never heard me say one time that the SNAC products worked, have you?
Say that they work. I don't recall.
Let me reframe.
I don't know if you said that or not. Why?
Let me reframe the question. Have you ever heard me say the SNAC product works? Have you ever heard me? Let me put it on your screen so you can see what I mean. That right there. You ever heard me say that?
If I did, I don't remember. You probably did. But what's the point though?
I didn't say that. I never said that. I don't know if the product works. I haven't purchased the product.
Oh yeah, I haven't purchased the product either. I just know from word of mouth, other people telling me that it works.
And they're not boxers, the people you're talking about.
Yeah, people that's not boxers tell me that they take the supplements and they tell me it worked. On a couple panels I've been on, people told me that they took the supplements and they liked the way it worked for them. Anyhow, I don't.
Yeah.
When you say they work, what do you mean they work? They work for what?
Well, I want to ask you a question first, and I promise you I'll answer that. So the people that you heard tell you that personally, that they went online, they purchased the product, and it does work, did they have to send in their blood to Victor Conte?
People generally like the SNAC supplements and stuff. You know, when they take them,
Yeah.
they usually get good results. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I know. But I wasn't talking about the results. I'm asking you about the blood. Did they have to send their blood into Victor Conte when they're using the product?
I don't know nothing about no blood getting sent in to nobody or none of that. Why you asking me that? Why would somebody tell you that they had to send some blood to Victor Conte?
Well, Victor Conte told us that that's what his program consists of. That's the first thing that he does to any of the athletes. He takes their blood.
Oh, that's different from somebody purchasing over the counter.
What you mean by that?
getting it offline.
What you mean?
A fighter and just a regular person off the street, they're not gonna have to do all of that whatever regiment that he doing.
Why not?
Because they're not involved in a fight. What are you talking about?
You said that. Wait a minute.
They don't have a fight coming up that they dealing with, or none of that. Or maybe Victor Conte need to analyze them for something to see, their health or something. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, you keep on saying that the product works, and people told you that the product worked.
But what the product working got to do with Victor Conte taking somebody's blood, bro? You're not making no sense. That's sounding weird to me.
Well, that's a part of his program. Him taking the athlete's blood is a part of his program.
How do you know that?
I got the tape. He said it to me in my face.
Oh, well, I don't know nothing about that, so I can't really defend or confirm anything that has to do with nobody taking somebody's blood.
Yeah, that's what
somebody's blood being tested.
That's what the man told me personally, and I'm sure you heard video after video after video of me talking about it. You haven't heard this on this platform, brother?
No, so what's your point, though? Why ask me about it, and I don't know anything about Victor Conte taking no blood?
All right, hold on for a second. Hey, Flyer Frequency, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, can you mute your phone? I want to play something for you, bro.
Go ahead, you got it.
You're a Terence Crawford fan, right?
I'm really an Errol Spence fan, but yeah, I like Bud too. Why? What's good?
No, because I know the last time you was here. Never mind, leave that alone. But I wanted to play you something. Since you said roll the tape, we're going to roll the tape. Hold on one second.
He didn't tell me he was going to do that. And Demetrius said, trust me, you want to be with this guy. He will help you in many, many ways. Whatever Demetrius said, he vouched for me. And then Terence called back and said, I'm in. I want to be with you in SNAC. All right. So the first step, as we've always talked about, is let's get your blood testing. Because if all I am is a sponsor and I'm just sending you a fighter training stack that's generic for anybody and everybody, and you're wearing a patch, but I've never talked to you or I've never tested your blood, I don't consider that me working with you, and it's a real working relationship. But the instant that you give me all that data on your blood, and I can now interpret that and make specific recommendations and prompt you to have great compliance if you want to get some results, now we're working together. Make sense?
Hey, Flyer Frequency, did you hear Victor Conte, bro?
Yeah, I heard him. What about it?
I got him. Oh, what about it?
You said you got him. What you mean?
What you mean? What about it?
I don't understand your point.
I know you don't.
To recap what he just said.
Now we got to do a hold up.
Let's do a recap.
When I talk, but we got to do a recap with Victor. Okay, go ahead. I got it.
To make sure you don't add no cap to it, bro.
Never
we got to do a recap.
Never. Come on with it. Let's go. What you saying?
Okay, so Victor Conte said when he sees somebody wearing a SNAC patch or something like that on their clothing, he don't consider that really working with them. He said, now if he took some of your blood and analyzed your blood and everything to see what works good, would work good for you, then he consider you working for him. So that's what he said basically, right? To sum it up.
I'm trying to figure out, what does Victor Conte need the blood of the athletes for if all they got to do is take the supplements like you said?
I didn't say all you had to do was take the supplements if you're a fighter. I said it's different. It's a whole different thing if you're taking it off over the counter. You're just some regular Joe Smo from off the streets, taking SNAC taking SNAC supplements or whatnot. But if you're in the SNAC program, I told you that it's more than just taking supplements. It's way more than that.
I know it is. That's why I call it the program.
Okay, yeah. So I don't see what you're getting at. You asked me, why do he have to take their blood?
Yeah.
He probably don't have to, but he's telling you why right there in the clip, bro.
Are you cool with that?
I don't see what's wrong with it. No,
I'm just
I don't
asking
see
a question. Are you okay
I don't
with
see
that?
I don't see what's wrong with it. He's going to probably check their glucose levels and all of that stuff and see what they should stay away from and what is okay for them to have in their body. What kind of supplements will work right for them?
Let me ask you a
question. It makes sense to me. It don't make sense to you.
No problem. It makes sense to you. That's fine. Would you send him your blood?
Would I send him my blood?
Oh, now he can't hear. I love.
Why would I send him my blood?
I'm just asking you. Would you send him your blood?
I'm not no fighter.
I'm just saying.
I don't think he's saying they send it to him or nothing like that. You making up stuff now.
Would you allow him to interpret your blood test results that you?
I mean, if I was trying to work with the SNAC program and I was a fighter and I was, if I made that decision that I wanted to work with the SNAC program, I don't see no problem with it.
I see. So, in other words, only if you were an athlete, you would give him your blood.
For him to analyze, yeah.
But if you're not an athlete now, so you would not give him your blood.
No, what I'm gonna give him my blood for?
I'm just saying. If he
what are you, a blood bank?
No, I'm just saying, if you were taking the supplements and he said, look, in order to take these supplements and you're not an athlete, you would have to go get your levels of your blood extracted from a phlebotomist and then send in your blood to me. Would you do that?
That don't make sense. No, I wouldn't do that. That wouldn't make sense. Because I'm not no athlete. We don't have no reason. I'm just buying a product over the counter or whatnot. What I'm going to send somebody my blood for?
I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So it's because you're not an athlete. It's not because he's not a doctor. It's because you're not an athlete. You see how that sounds? I'm gonna let you process that.
Basically what you're trying to say is Victor Conte shouldn't be taking nobody's blood because he's not a doctor. He shouldn't be trying to analyze nobody's blood. That's what you're trying to say?
I think that is the most logical thing, that you would give your blood to someone who's medically qualified, who's licensed, who's board certified.
So you think Victor Conte is not medically qualified to analyze people's blood? That's what you're saying? So you think Victor Conte is not medically qualified to analyze somebody's blood? That's what you said telling me?
I don't think he's qualified. I know he's not qualified.
And how you know that? How you know that, bro?
And so do you.
You can't have it both ways. He can't be this brilliant scientist, mad scientist, and then at the same time be, somebody who's not qualified to do anything. He can't be both, bro.
He can't be both.
Yeah, y'all be running around crying, talking about Victor Conte know how to beat the test, and he outsmart all the other scientists and doctors around. They can't catch him and all of that stuff, but now he not qualified to even analyze your blood. Which one is it, bro? It can't be both.
Well, it's only one. He's not qualified because he's not a doctor. It's very simple.
Well, if he's not qualified, what are you worrying about him for then? You know, he can't get around nobody's test or anything like that. He can't do anything that they wouldn't be able to catch him doing because he's not qualified.
He's
You
not.
can't have it both ways, bro. He can't not know what he doing and know what he doing.
Okay.
It's
Well,
one.
you
It
know
got to be
what?
one or the other, bro.
I got something for that. It is going to be one or the other. Can you mute your phone? I want to play something for you. These are the words. Can you mute your phone? Thank you. These are the words of Victor Conte himself on the Netflix documentary. Let's hear what he said. Roll the tape.
I got me a real connect, a real doctor, until I found out Victor wasn't a doctor.
A lot of people mistakenly call me doctor. I don't know why, because I guess because I'm interpreting blood test results and I'm giving them the type of information that a doctor would give them, I guess.
Did you hear that flyer frequency?
Can you play it again? Run it back again.
I certainly will. Here we go again. For some of you that did not hear it.
I got me a real connect, a real doctor, until I found out Victor wasn't a doctor.
A lot of people mistakenly call me doctor. I don't know why, because I guess because I'm interpreting blood test results and I'm giving them the type of information that a doctor would give them, I guess.
Did you hear that flyer frequency?
Yeah, he's saying he's not a doctor. So what?
Wow.
You can only take and analyze blood if you're a doctor.
You asked me how about did I know he was certified? You asked me, do I think he's certified? He's telling you he's not certified.
He's telling you he's not a doctor, bro. You don't have to be a doctor to be able to take somebody's blood and analyze it, bro.
You wouldn't even give him your blood.
Why would I? Because I don't have a reason to give him my blood. That's why.
Neither do the fighters.
Clearly, they do, bro.
No, they don't.
Or they went
They don't have
for
no
him to analyze it, bro. How he gonna analyze your blood if you don't give him a sample of it, bro?
He's not qualified.
How he not qualified?
Answer my question, man.
He sound more qualified than you making him out to sound, bro.
That was more qualified. The man told you he's not a doctor, and you still talking.
He don't have to be a doctor. We know he. Come on, we know, Vic. We ain't about to sit up here and act like Victor Conte don't have know-how.
Know-how.
We're not gonna act like he's not a chemist, bro. Come on.
I know how to change.
Come on, bro.
Bro, I know how.
Your argument is real weak, bro. You saying just because he's not a doctor, he shouldn't be analyzing nobody's blood or anything?
I know how to change your filter, your oil filter. But I'm not qualified as a mechanic to give you an oil change, bro.
That's a little bit different, bro.
Oh,
you know how to change oil though, right? So nobody shouldn't let you change their oil because you're not a certified mechanic. That's what you saying?
Wow. That's what we come to in 2025? Is this the justification now?
Come on, bro. Nurses and stuff could take your blood, bro. You don't have to be a certified doctor to take somebody's blood and analyze it.
Why would you call them a nurse? Stop. You said nurses. Why would you call them a nurse?
I'm making an example, bro, of how your argument don't work. You're saying just because he's not a doctor that he's not qualified to take and analyze nobody's blood, but you don't have to be a doctor to do that, bro.
Fine, no problem.
That's a real weak argument,
nurse, right?
Amongst many other things.
Aren't nurses certified? That's why you said nurse. Woo! Hold on, man. I want to play something for you, and I promise you, I'm gonna let you go. Hold on one second.
Is a chemist qualified to take your blood and analyze it?
Hold on. I want to cue the tape up for you, Flyer. Hold on one second. I'll wait till next time. I wanted you to hear Victor Conte on the Netflix documentary tell you why he actually take the blood of athletes.
He actually said it on that first clip that you played, though.
No, that's
He
no,
said
no.
he said so he can analyze it
No. There was
and tell them what they need, basically.
I know, but on the Netflix documentary, he was a little bit more specific, and I was trying to find it, and I have it in my I have it here. I just don't want to go through all the painstaking work to have everybody waiting for me. I have all the evidence in the vault, don't you? You know that, right? If I speak on something publicly, you know I have it. You know that, right, Flyer?
You didn't have any evidence of Devin Haney putting on 25 pounds of pure muscle in 24 hours.
No, but I got your attention when I said it, didn't I?
Yeah, you try to double back and say you was just playing.
I never said I was just playing. I was using a tactic.
You
But
was
it got
using
your
a lie
attention,
for a tool. You just said on this show, you said you was using a lie for a tool, right?
I never said that, and you know I never lied on YouTube ever in my life.
That was that's not a lie that Devin Haney put on 25 pounds of pure muscle in 24 hours.
No, with the point that I was making was that he said that he put on 25 pounds of water weight within 24 hours.
But you said he put on 25 pounds of pure muscle.
No, I did not. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, you lying again, bro?
Hold on. Listen, so don't do the semantics. You're trying to escape the whole point that was being made.
How am I escaping? Your point was that he put on 25 pounds of muscle and it's impossible, bro.
That was not my point. My point was what Devin Haney said out of his mouth, that he put on 25 pounds of water weight within 24 hours. That was my point, because that's
so you rather believe that it was 25 pounds of pure muscle than 25 pounds of water weight?
No, I'd rather believe what Devin Haney said.
Who was right? Yeah, so who was right? Him or you? He said it was water weight. You said it was pure muscle. So which one?
You're trying to hold me accountable for a point I'm making, but
you're supposed to be held accountable for what you say.
Oh, you're trying to hold me accountable for what you're trying to hold me accountable for an example that I was given, instead of holding Devin Haney accountable for the actual words that he said.
Devin Haney not here, bro. You here, so you got to be held accountable for what you said.
Wait, hold up. You're bringing it up. He's not here, but you speaking for him.
Devin wasn't there either. You said it.
You speaking for him, though.
You deflecting. I'm not speaking for him. Devin had nothing to do with it, for real. I'm talking about what you said, bro.
Hold on for a minute. Stop. Flyer frequency. Victor Conte is not here, but you advocating for Victor Conte right now, and he's not here.
No, you asked me some questions about Victor Conte, and I'm just telling you what I think about it.
You said that people that you know use the product, and I'm asking you, did they have to give their blood to him to use his product?
I was just talking about the SNAC products. I don't got no ties with Victor Conte or nothing like that. I just said I know a couple people who said out their mouth that they take the SNAC supplements, and they said that they're good supplements. Fine. They like it. They love them.
I'm glad that they like it. I was trying to figure out what he need their blood for.
But that don't mean that they in the SNAC program, though. That's a whole different thing for boxers, bro.
I did not say anything about people that you know that were not boxers in the SNAC program. I didn't say that. But listen, we got somebody else coming up boxing. Your man boxing hacker. We're going to bring him up now. Boxing Hacker, I'm not going to stay on here too long, but we got you on here. Boxing Hacker, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. What's up, man, Jamar?
Let me ask you a question, bro.
I thought you were going to duck me. Yeah, what's up, brother?
Duck? What's wrong with y'all people? Duck who? Why y'all keep saying I'm ducking y'all? What's win? I never lost.
I thought you were going to duck me, but all right, let's go, brother. What's
I'm undefeated in
undefeated in what?
Debates. I've never
in
been
debates
ever in life. What's
if
wrong
you're debating yourself, yes. If not, if you're debating me. All right, let's go.
I've never been defeated. I cannot be cooked. Period.
You must be your own judge then.
Oh, I can promise you, I can do a survey right now for people in the chat. They'll all
that's your fan base. Of course, they'll say you. But anyway, what's up?
Because they know the truth. It's not about the fan base. Double salute to King Savage. He said it. Thank you, King Savage. Got the air fry up 435 degrees. He said in the super chat, cooking. And then Ty, I forgot all about it. Ty, double salute to Ty. Oh, hold on. Let me talk to Damn, everybody wants to steal the ladies from me on my show. My goodness, hold on. First, Frequency said that he's not going to come up until Ty say hi to him. Now I'm trying to double salute her. You know what I mean? And you want to interject. Let the ladies, they came to see me. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. They came to see me. Hold on for a minute. Double salute to Ty. Double salute to Ty. Thank you, Ty. That's my homegirl. She's a member of the channel. Supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. Ty says in the super chat, I need a wrench. I got trash to take out, and I gave her a wrench. I thought I gave Ty a wrench a while ago. So that was my apologies, Ty. You finally have a wrench. Take all the trash out that you need. Thank you so much, Ty. Now, Boxing Hacker.
Yo, what's up, brother?
You heard me dissect what's going on with Bill Haney, what's going on with his son. You and I had this conversation, 2 weekends ago? And
2 weekends ago, yeah.
And the bottom line is this, okay? Ryan Garcia is on the main event, and I proved to you why. All I'm trying to figure out is one thing and one thing only. Why is Devin Haney on the undercard when he, instead of being in his hometown to fight Jose Ramirez in Las Vegas under DHP Promotions? It's a very simple question.
Yeah, so there's a very simple answer to it. It's something that we talked about last time. It's about the popularity of the fight. So when you look at Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Ramirez, it's more popular than Devin versus the person he's fighting. And it's also more popular than Tio versus the person he's fighting. So, of course, the more popular fight will be the main event. It's a triple stack card. You know, so if to say like Devin Haney was fighting Teofimo Lopez, there's a big possibility that they will be the main event and that Ryan and Rolly will be on the card. It just works out like that. The popular fight gets the main event in stack cards.
Well, actually, it's a little bit more complex than what you're making it to be.
Sure. What's
the
up?
Bigger draw will get the main event. You can't leave that part out of this whole thing.
It's not. So it's hard. So the problem with the whole argument about Ryan being the bigger draw, right? When you look at what Ryan's done, he's only sold with Devin and with Tank, right? Two people who have done pay-per-views without Ryan. Ryan has never done a pay-per-view without those two people.
I know.
So you have to keep that in perspective.
I do.
Yes.
But that's proving my point that Ryan Garcia never headlined his own pay-per-view as big as a Tank Davis opponent and as big as a Devin Haney opponent. And he's the main event now.
Yeah, because he's having a popular fight. It's a popular. If he was fighting Togo, let's say remember he fought Togo, the African? If he was fighting Togo again, he probably would not be the main event. It depends on the fight.
Nobody asked to see him and Rolly Romero.
People asked to see that for years. I've been watching Ryan since he even came to pro. People asked to see him and Rolly for years, ever since they had the sparring.
Bro, no, they were not. I'm talking about
they were.
Boxing Hacker, I'm talking about right now. The fight that the fans want to see is Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney in a rematch.
I absolutely agree with you. However,
okay, so what's the problem?
So
we're saying the same thing.
So here's the thing. Devin already talked about this at the Andre Ward interview. Let's not ignore that part. He said he wanted to take a soft touch first. He just came off a rough outing, regardless of how the results went or not. It was still a rough outing. You know, he received damage, so he has to see where he is as a boxer. That's really the smartest approach.
He couldn't do this in his hometown of Vegas under DHP Promotions.
Obviously, Turkey is giving more incentive for him to fight on the Phil Fury card, so it makes sense for them. So they're gonna do it. If you're DHP Promotion, you're gonna go where the money is. If Turkey's offering better incentive, why not?
Listen, Devin Haney made less fighting Ryan Garcia when he fought him. You know that, right?
Yes, and so he also
Why?
made less.
Why did he do that against
I
the
love
guy
I
that
love that you
Hold on.
answered that. Yeah,
Box the Hacker, listen to me real
Yes.
quick. Why
Go ahead.
would Devin Haney, with the
Mhm.
2023 Manager of the Year representation, why
Yes.
would they agree to the
Yes.
terms
Yes.
of being underpaid
Uh-huh.
to fight Ryan Garcia,
Yes.
where Ryan Garcia have not headlined
I
his
love this
own
card. I love it.
card as a
Yes.
pay-per-view attraction?
I love it. I love this question because you know
It's
what?
a good
He
question.
he also did that with Cambosis, if you remember, right? He took a shorter cut with Cambosis as well. And Cambosis is not a bigger star than Devin Haney.
Cambosis,
He also took a smaller cut with Cambosis.
he had no choice. He was fighting in Cambosis' hometown twice.
Wait, he didn't have to take the fight, so he does have a choice. Let's not say
No, he did not have a choice. He had
no.
a
He
three-fight
he
deal.
can refuse. No, he can refuse the contract. Of course, he has. Everybody has a choice.
No, listen. Let me tell
No,
you.
you can say no. I don't want to fight him. Then no, of course he has a choice.
Listen, bro. The fights that Devin Haney signed for, those 3 fights,
Yeah.
2 with Cambosis and 1 with Lomachenko,
Yes.
that was already agreed upon before he signed.
Exactly.
You know that, right?
Exactly. And you know why? It wasn't because Cambosis was a bigger draw. And it's the same thing, Ryan. At the end of the day, Devin took a sacrifice to make the fight happen for Cambosis and Ryan Garcia.
And
that's all it was.
And you're proving my point. You're proving my point.
Here we go. And what's your point?
He keeps taking pay cut after pay cut when he's the face of boxing.
No. It's so the pay cut is for him. So I'll give you a better example. One second, I'll give you a better example. EJ and Crawford.
No, but Zach, you about to get off topic.
EJ and Crawford fought, right?
No.
They had no. Let's talk about it.
I want to ask Boxing Hacker a question real quick before he get off topic.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. EJ and Crawford fought, right? And they did a coin toss. It's not to say Crawford was more of a draw than as equal a draw as EJ. Crawford didn't even have the same amount of accolades at 147 as EJ. However, EJ sacrificed to make that fight. So at the end, he gave Crawford more to make that fight. That's the same thing that Devin did for Cambosis and Ryan. It's very simple to see. It's not just, oh, this person's a bigger draw. That's why it happened.
Yes, it is. That's business.
No, it's not. Then you said, so is Cambosis, is Earl Spence and Crawford the same?
No, stop.
Let's not do that.
Stop. You cannot compare Devin Haney. Hold on. You cannot compare Devin Haney to Earl Spence. So let's not use that.
You cannot compare that. You absolutely can.
No, listen. All 100%. We have to use, honestly, is the facts before us. And the facts before us is that Devin Haney and Cambosis could not sell here in America. So they had to fight twice in that man's country, bro.
That's my topic, though. That has nothing to do with it. So
it has everything to do with it.
So here's the thing, though. Devin Haney still took a lesser cut, and he was still a bigger draw than Cambosis.
He's been taking lesser cuts since the Manager of the Year in 2023 got the award. I'm trying to
make the big fights. Earl Spence took a worse deal to make the Terence Crawford fight.
Earl Spence, bro.
No, but like if you gotta make this argument, if you want to make this argument and say, oh, if you take a lesser cut, then that
bro, he talking of Earl Spence with Terence Crawford was 1 fight. He done named you like 3 fights.
No, there's only one. There was only 2 fights.
So he's not taking a lesser deal. He ain't worth as much as you think.
No, hold up. He is. So here's the thing.
He's not taking a lesser deal. Fight after fight after fight. He's not as worth as much as you think.
As we're talking about popularity of fighters, Cambosis is way.
And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Boxing Hacker.
Yeah.
How can you say? Because you keep saying this, and I don't get it. Okay. How can you say that Ryan and Rolly is the more popular fight? There's no fight more popular than the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia rematch. Yeah, what are you talking about? And wait, let me finish. And then how can you say, oh, he took a cut in the Cambosis fight, he took a cut in the Regis fight, he took a cut in the Ryan Garcia fight, but then you think he's gonna be on Ryan Garcia's undercard and then get paid more than Ryan Garcia? Like, y'all don't be using no common sense, bro. It's just getting ridiculous. And I just had to come up here and say that real quick. I didn't come up here to go back and forth with you. I just wanted to come up here and get you to think logically, because you're not thinking logically.
So
I didn't ask you a question.
It wasn't rhetorical because you did put a question mark at the end of that statement. So you asked me how, right? So this is how. Okay, I never said that Ryan versus Devin was a lesser popular fight. I'm saying on the Fatal Fury card, out of the top 3 stat cards, which is the Tio fight, the Devin fight, and the Ryan fight, Ryan versus Rolly has history, so it's a more popular fight. It's been a fight that's been brewing for years.
No, it's not, bro.
If you guys don't know this, then you guys don't know the true history of Ryan.
Boxing Hacker, why does a popular fight matter on a free card, Boxing Hacker?
Well, let me just.
It's a free card. Why does that matter about a popular fight?
For attraction. And let me just say this, because at the beginning, back in 2017, Ryan wanted to fight Tank. Floyd told Ryan, "You can't fight Tank unless you beat Rolly." So that fight has been brewing, and the sparring got leaked.
That fight ain't been brewing.
So it has been.
Nobody was talking about that fight, Boxing Hacker.
Bro, Boxing Hacker, you cannot tell me one platform that has said anything about that within the last year, bro.
Type in Google search, type in your YouTube if I'm lying, and search for Ryan versus Rolly fight, and let's see how far back those.
What fight is bigger than the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney rematch, Boxing Hacker? What fight is more popular? What fight is bigger? None.
I'm not saying this, but that card. I said out of the 3 options that are currently on the Fatal Fury card, City of Wolves, right? I said out of those 3 options, Ryan versus Rolly is a more popular fight. It just is.
What does that? What does that have to do with Devin Haney? Okay, what does that have to do with Devin Haney?
That the more popular fight is going to be the main event. That's just what it is. There's no way around that.
It is a way around it. I just told you, it's business. The draw.
Yes, keep saying the draw, but it's not.
It's 3 things. Look. Let me show you what I mean, and I'm gonna get this super chat. And I think is Band Up still here?
You know your boy's still here.
All right, Band Up still here, right? I'm gonna give you 3. I'm gonna give you 3 things that people look for.
What's up, man?
What's up, Carl? Hold on. I'm about to break something down. Mute your phone, Carl. I love my cousin Carl, man. That's my cousin right there. Now, here's the thing. There's 3 things that an athlete must do. This is an entertainer in general, but let's use Ryan Garcia or Tank Davis. They got to bring the stars out, they got to bring the cars out, and they got to bring the bras out. And if that athlete can't bring the stars, meaning celebrities, the cars, meaning vehicles, and the bras, meaning women, they are not going to be a draw, especially in boxing. Okay. And Devin Haney don't bring all those 3 things out, bro.
And Ryan does, right?
He does.
Absolutely. Even though the only 2 times Ryan's been on pay-per-view has been with Devin and with Tank.
And guess what?
Who have been on
Devin Haney still
Ryan. Hold up. People who have been on Ryan. Let's
but Hacker, you're proving my point. He has been on 2 cards in pay-per-view, Ryan Garcia, right?
Yes.
And guess what? Devin Haney took a pay cut when he fought Ryan.
Yes.
In the main event, and Devin Haney's taking a pay cut right now while Ryan Garcia is the main event.
I don't know that. I don't know it to be true. Hold on. I don't know but hold up. He also took a pay cut to fight Cambosis. What are we talking about?
He had no choice. He fought the man in his
You always have a choice. You don't have to sign a contract. He did.
I just want to say he wanted those belts. Did you see him in his up and around the front room when Cambosa won? They knew what the plan was. They was never gonna fight Tio, and I ain't got nothing against them. I'm the manager party. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit here and let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook, man.
Hey, brother, let me tell you something about this whole Tio thing. They absolutely wanted to fight Tio. They absolutely wanted to fight Tio. Didn't want to fight them.
All right, no problem.
Let's not switch history.
All right, hold on, boxing. Hold on, boxing hacker. Band up is there, then we got Mr. Greg. Band up, you there?
Oh yeah, you know your boy here. What's happening?
All right, band up. Listen, I'm gonna ask the panel this question.
Yeah.
Do you think that my logic, when it comes to, I know the business, when it comes to the business side of things, the entertainment, the athlete or the entertainer, if they are a male, have to do 3 things to be a draw? You got to bring the stars out, meaning the celebrities. You got to bring the cars out, meaning nice vehicles. And I don't want to sound disingenuous because we have a lot of women here watching us live, but you have to bring the bras out, the ladies. Yes, isn't that what make a draw, bro?
Yes, okay.
That's all I want to know. Mr. Greg, are you there?
I'm here.
That's my brother. Double salute to my guy,
Mr.
Mr.
Greg.
What's
Mr.
up,
Greg.
for the minute, bro?
Mr. Greg, you've been around for many years, and I know I use the word bras, but you understand what I mean.
I know.
So
what
let
you
me
mean.
ask you, when it comes to athletes, when it comes to entertainers in general, there's three things. This is the barometer that we use as boxing managers and boxing promoters in the sport of boxing, because it's still the sport of entertainment. That athlete, if they're a male, had to do three things to be a draw. Number one, bring the stars out, meaning celebrities. Number two, bring the cars out, meaning vehicles. And number three, bring the bras out, meaning women. What's your take on that, Mr. Greg?
You know what that equals? Excitement for the fight. That's what it equals. Because you're going to show the celebrities. That's part of the marketing of the celebrity. Look who he brings out. There's so-and-so. There's heavyweight this. There's superstar that. This fighter is bringing those people to him. The women, they show the women that the cameras all over. The women got the outfits on. They're looking good. Everybody's smiling. Everybody happy. Everybody excited about the fight. Then they're going to show the exotic cars, because the dudes that want to come to the fights, particularly if it's in Vegas, they want to stunt too. They want to show they got a little something. They catch something out there that the star athlete is bringing to them. That's part of the package. That's part of the whole marketing thing. That's why you want all of that in the fight. Who I don't care if this guy has lost. Arturo Gatti was an example. He lost quite a bit. He never failed to bring excitement. He never failed to bring the women. He never failed to bring the celebrities. He never failed, and that's what you got to do. Who's disputing this?
Yeah, but nobody's disputing it. It doesn't make sense. No. Devin does that anyway. I don't understand why you even bringing it up. You saying Devin doesn't bring stars out? Stars weren't at the Lomachenko fight. Stars weren't at the Ryan fight. Are you saying that? What are we talking about?
They were there for Ryan.
There were no women in this fight. There were no cars
there for Ryan.
What are we
talking about? I'm asking who's disputing it. Nobody's
disputing it. I don't understand the notion of the argument.
Okay.
I know who. If that's what qualifies you to be a draw, then I know my boy Bud Crawford is a draw. His last two fights. Hold on. Stop, Marty. Stop. I was in attendance at the Israel Majamah fight. I seen Alicia Keys. I seen Mike Tyson. I seen the other celebrity who was out there. My girl was there too. I seen the celebrities. So you bring the cars out, you bring the bars out.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about David Ebenezer and Crawford? What fight?
No, I'm talking about the Israel Majamah fight. That was his last fight, and he brought some people out. I was there in attendance. And then, if you want to go back before that, the fight before that was what? The Spence fight. I seen Paul Pierce. I seen everybody there.
Hold on.
I heard the last two fights that man had. The stars was out.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I heard. I heard that they didn't really come there to see Terence Crawford and Majamah in LA.
Who they came to see?
Don't tell me his picture. Hold up. I'm going to put his picture on the screen.
Don't. Go ahead. Hey, I came to see him. I sure did come to see him. I came to see him for sure.
I'm going to put his picture on the screen, homie.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? You know what that got me, though? You know what that got me when I met him?
Huh?
That got me this. You see who in that picture, right? You see who in that picture, right?
Your Philly brother, yeah.
You see who in that picture, right?
Who in the picture?
Who's in that picture on my screen?
On your screen?
Yeah.
I can't really. It's small. I wear glasses.
That's Boots.
No doubt.
That's how I met Boots.
So I guess if it's the equation, I do agree with that. I mean, if that's your equation, it works.
But I just want to know. I'm gonna carry that logic. That's what you need. These three things to bring the stars out, to bring the brides out. Because I was there, and I don't want to hear it was for no Eminem concert because I was on the floor. I had good views to both of them.
No, I was messing with you. It was for Terence Crawford.
Okay.
But why it was with Terence Crawford? Because he beat Errol Spence.
Yeah, for sure.
And what I'm saying is that's the opposite effect of Devin. He lost tragically to Ryan Garcia, and that's why he's not. That's why he's not bringing them out. Especially in New York.
There's no proof that he's not bringing them out. What are you talking about?
Huh?
And if he doesn't have a loss on his record, there's no proof he's not bringing them out.
I can't hear you, Carl.
Somebody talk.
I'll wait.
So there's first of all, there's no proof that he's not bringing them out. There have been stars at most of Devin Haney's fights. There have been cars, so and there have been
I
bars.
know.
So I don't know. There's no proof of that.
All right, I got you. But he's still on the undercard after all that.
Yeah, because he's
up there, right?
fighting the less popular
But there's
fight.
another thing that Devin. I like Devin. Don't get me wrong, but Devin doesn't bring it in. He might bring some of these faces. But Devin doesn't bring excitement.
He doesn't bring excitement.
Yes, he does not.
People were talking about the Lomachenko fight for weeks after he fought.
He does not bring a sense of excitement to a fight. You don't see.
Wow.
You don't feel that this is going to be an exciting fight,
brother. That's subjective because I love them Haney fights. So I guess
I didn't say
not
that.
exciting to you, but to a lot of people,
Greg got a point though. Greg got a point though.
It's subjective, right? If you want to say it's not exciting, that's to you as a person.
No, I'm saying Greg got a point.
Go ahead,
listen, the reason why I say Greg got a point is because, like, we all see it. I don't care if somebody was in the building. I'm talking about, all right, let's just take us out of it. All of us off the panel. We out of it.
Okay.
The boxing, the boxers they self.
Yeah.
Like if you go ask them, like that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like you arguing for something that is in plain view. Like, come on, man. We know.
Let him talk, Hacker. Let him talk. That's my man. Let him talk.
In boxing, I'm gonna be real. For me, it's only about like 3 or 4 stars.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real with you. We already know Canelo is one of them.
Yes.
Tank Davis is one of them.
Yes.
And I don't care what y'all say, because when he come back, the whole boxing world gonna jump upside down for him. Earl Smith is one of them.
Okay.
And the fourth
Are we not
one,
including heavyweights?
no, we conclude. I'm talking about. See, look, that over there in the
Fury
UK
and Wilder definitely in that picture.
You mean in America? Carl, do you mean in America, Carl?
What's the question here? What's the
Hold
question?
on, one mic. Hold, one
What's
mic.
the question here?
Hold, one mic. Let me. I got this. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Carl, you were saying 3 guys. We got your point. Were you saying how does that relative to Devin Haney? Are you saying Devin Haney's on that list?
No, Devin, they know Devin, and it's not even a shit on Devin. Like Devin Brand was coming up. No, let's be for real. Like let's talk like some sports fans. Devin Brand was coming up. Say what y'all want to say. Once he opened up that case, that Bill did that to that boy.
Did what?
And I don't care what nobody say. Bill made Devin Brand take a hit like that.
Okay.
He want to take that.
Sorry,
look, I don't have money.
What's the question here? What's the question here?
Hold on.
Let him finish.
Who that? Everybody, hold on for a second. Ryan, this is your first time here, brother?
Yes, it is, sir.
I appreciate you being here. Hold on.
Salute from London, England.
Salute from London, England. Let me regulate the show, baby. I got this.
Of course.
Go ahead, brother. Speak on it. You were saying something. We got him. We everybody on the same page here. What were you saying?
Who, me?
You were talking. Ryan just wanted to know what was the question. I'm gonna give him the question that's at hand, but I wanted you to finish your point. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. I mean, I'm just saying, Bill. I mean, it's like I said, it's not. It's just like when you say something about Devin, and that's why I've been doing a lot of cleanup. And man, Jamarty, thank you, man, because you gave me a lot of courage, man. For the record, I gotta let you know, I got blocked. Like I'm gonna screenshot it too and send it to you. I got blocked by Victor Conte. And
why would he block you, Carl?
Guess why? I got the proof. I asked the question that we all wanted, we all wanted to know. And it's 2 of them now because we didn't get to Victor Conte about the blood. Everybody, we didn't ask him that. We were saying, why did the fighters want to go over there if they great already?
Yeah,
but
that's my second question. About the blood.
But he asked me. Now, mind you, all I put my input. I told him if these fighters are so great, this was my exact words. I got proof of this shit too. I got sent it to you. My exact words to him was, if these fighters are so great, like how can you make us believe that it's nothing fishy going on? Not only is you saying that they you help them out with snack, but you also saying you paying them to take the snack. Like it don't happen like this. We talk about real life stuff. If anybody gonna pay you to take their stuff, you know what I mean? And that's how I looked at it. But anyway, look, this is what I said to him. So when he got back and said, "Oh, did you?" He wrote back, "Did you ever hear something about money?" And I said, okay." I said, "Victor, I want to ask you this. If it's all just that, why do you need to take their blood?" His next reply back to me was, "Now you blocked." And then I was blocked from there. I tried to go on his page and it said, I'm blocked.
But that's
just because I asked that question.
That's a very easy.
But I asked that question.
That's a very easy answer, though. Yeah.
You were saying something about something. I want to ask Ryan. Are you still there, Ryan?
I'm here, man, Jamal. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh man, double salute to Ryan, all the way from the United Kingdom.
From the United Kingdom, man. From the United Kingdom.
Let me get this super chat, and I got Lucky. I got my brother Sin. I got all the family here. I want to ask all of y'all a question one time. Hold on 1 second. Double salute to who is that? Who gave me that? Double salute. 3, 2, 3, quick. Just made the air fryer go up 500 degrees. We locked in. And Devin, the face of boxing, is fighting on the undercard of Rolly. That's what 3, 2, 3 quick says, and it's all unfortunate. But I have to ask y'all a question because Carl, he ran it right through, segue into what I was about to ask about Victor Conte. Ryan, I'll start with you. You're new on the channel. Thank you for joining us live in living color all the way from the UK. Ryan, quick question. Why do you think that Victor Conte is taking the blood of these athletes if all they're doing is just taking his supplements?
Okay. I'm going to take the non-political, non-avoidant direct view. I think he's on some dumb shit, if I'm being honest. I think he's been on some, I think the boxers, and it upsets me to say this, are on some complicit, on some complicit, illegal initiative that gives them an ill advantage. That's not complicit to the training, the things that make a fighter a fighter. That's what I'll say.
Hey, manager, can I take this next?
So this is not supplements. This is not give you some nutrition. I don't know where you lot come from, but from where I come from, I'm a West Indian background. You give certain people when they feel a certain type of way, you give them certain nutritions and whatnot. This is something more pharmaceutical, which means more. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to be very mindful. I'm on the internet right now. I'm on Manager Marty's platform. This is the first time that I've been on there, but I think if people can actually understand what I'm saying, I think it's some bullshit. if you understand where I'm coming from, this is some nonsense that they're giving some pharmaceutical stuff that's way beyond nutrition and doing the hard work and giving people the unfair advantage. That's why I see it. And the reason why I came on this, sorry, I'm being long-winded right now. The reason why I came on this right now is because obviously in the UK, we got this big fight coming on, Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. And I see Conor Benn on some foolishness right now. I mean, I've always been a Chris Eubank kind of fan, and I see what's going on with Conor Ben and the corruption. I'll say that word plain and simple. The corruption that I see going on with Conor Ben is some foolishness right now. So I came on this platform, Manager Marty. I've been listening to you for a long time, learning from you for a long time, and yeah, I just want to. I want to ask you that question. I want to hear from your perspective. What the hell do you think is going on? Because this is some foolishness right now. I'll mute my mic right now and salute to everyone on this platform. Peace.
Hey, Manager Ryan, let me answer that question for you.
Oh, if I may, I want to show my face with this. Ryan, I appreciate your perspective. First time on the show, you talked and spoke so fluently. We understand exactly what you're saying. You can see this a mile away from the UK, and we appreciate that, man. Thank you. Stay on the panel, man. I would love for you to stay, and we love the UK. My goodness, I can't wait to come see you out there in the UK.
Salute, 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 salute.
Indeed. Boxing Hacker, please don't be long-winded. We have a big panel tonight.
I got you.
You tell me.
Yeah.
You tell me what you think. What is the
Sure.
reason why Victor Conte
Sure.
is getting the blood from these athletes?
Number one,
Yeah.
sorry. I don't mean to jump onto this. I don't mean to jump on. Boxing Hacker, you do a lot of word spaghetti.
Brother, I didn't
keep it real. You do a lot of word spaghetti. You are articulate, and I respect you as a black man to another black man. You do a lot of word spaghetti.
Okay.
But this give me direct. Give me direct answers.
Sure, no problem. It's
right.
actually quite simple.
Salute.
I don't understand the complexity of the question at all. It's really simple. So you look at what Victor Conte is actually good at. He knows supplements very well. I think we can all agree that he knows his supplements. He knows what works. When it comes to like fire supplements. I mean, we've seen it, right? So you look at him, and we know that to be true for him, right? So me giving him my blood work, he can look at it and say, "Oh, wait, this guy might be low on testosterone, so let me give him like vitamin D12 or some vitamin, right? Or I'm low on iron. He might prescribe iron pills, right? It's not against the law, and you don't need a certificate to read a blood result. I think people are getting hung up on this whole notion, right? At the end of the day, Victor Conte is good at looking at certain levels. He knows what things you can take to boost certain things for you. So it makes sense to me why he will do that. Like if I'm working with a fighter and this fighter is like anemic or this fighter needs more iron, if I see his blood work, I could quickly say, okay, I think you should take this because I have knowledge of these supplements.
Boxing Hacker, let me ask you a question, yeah?
Feel free.
All right, cool. What's your profession?
I'm a software engineer.
All right. So if you was in the industry of software engineer, which you are,
yes,
and you engage with someone that was, good at their job, but put your flipping profession at disrepute.
I didn't hear the last part you said. Say it again.
Sorry, pardon me.
Yes.
If you're an engineer, right?
Yes.
All right. Would you engage with someone that puts your profession at disrepute?
In what way?
It's a simple question, man.
No, but like, in what way does he put my profession in jeopardy? Explain. What does he do?
If you engage with someone that put your profession at disrepute, I don't know, like you're a computer engineer, like
yeah. So give me like a valid. Give me like this person's well, like what about him?
I can't because you're in your profession. Do you understand?
Yeah. If I can engage with anybody,
if it messed up your profession, if it messed up your profession and quality of work, or your integrity. If it messed up your profession, quality of work, or integrity in any way, or even questioned it, would you engage with that person?
Okay, so let's be a little more specific. When you say engage, like have a conversation with that person?
Come on,
my man.
No. Here's the problem. You guys want me to be direct. I'm not saying statements, right? What do you mean?
I don't want to talk over you. Go on,
hold up. Okay, just give me a direct. Who is this person? How does he affect my work? And I can answer your question.
I'm not saying have a conversation because we can have a conversation with anyone and anyone. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
I'm saying if you actively engage with taking their resources, knowledge, information,
Sure.
Whatever that substance that might be that gives you an unfair advantage or in any way, hypothetically, right?
So I'm actively doing something illegal. I'm doing something
You're
illegal.
doing something that gives you. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying illegal. I never said illegal.
Okay, I'm doing
Because
something illegal.
that word. I mean, legal. I mean, from the UK, in England, and I'm sure in America, that word legal that can be moved certain type of ways.
No, there's only
And
one
let's not get
definition.
into that. I'm
Legal
saying give
lawfully.
I'm giving that professional.
Yeah.
We're talking about boxing here. Giving that professional boxer an unfair advantage, an unfair.
Listen.
Listen to what I'm saying. Hold on, an unfair advantage.
Wait. So we're talking about boxers and unfair advantages, right?
Right.
So like I'm giving a boxer steroids.
I'll add to it an unfair and illegal advantage.
Wait, boxers have a legal advantage.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying if a boxer engages working with somebody that gives them an unfair and illegal advantage.
So wait, okay. So switching to hypothetical. You're saying that
I'm not saying it's my brother. It can't be a hypothetical when this has happened.
So because first off, let's clarify something. Initially, you were asking me a hypothetical. I don't know when you switched it to boxing. You asked me what was my profession. Then you asked me if I engaged. Wait. Let me just reiterate because I want us to be very, very direct. Okay, when we're having the conversation. First, you asked me my profession, right? Then you said, would I engage with somebody that might affect the authenticity of my profession? I asked you in what way. You were not able to clarify. Yes or no?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
so
okay. We are there right now, and somehow this conversation derailed from that back into boxing. Somehow giving boxing something legal, unfair advantage. Am I correct?
I hear you. And for me.
So what is your actual question?
No, I'll answer your point. I skipped it. I skipped a point because I went to. No, I'll admit to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I skipped a point. I went to you because I wanted to personalize it because obviously we're all working men or women on this platform that I assume. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I assume that everyone here has integrity and you know what I mean, wants to do their job to the best of their ability. So I personalized it. But then I went to what this platform was about, which is the brilliant sport of boxing. For me, it's bigger than that. I love combat sports. So I love martial arts, I love MMA, etc., etc. So we're going to talk about boxing here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I skipped a point. I should have allowed you to answer that question. You understand what I'm saying?
So you're throwing me off.
I skipped the point. So let's get to the nitty gritty, as we say in the UK. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, please.
Okay. So let's answer your second question because it's quite different than your first question, right? If you were asking me something about giving some fighter a legal advantage, are you saying like steroids, plaster Paris? What type of legal advantage? Can you be very direct about that?
My man, listen. Yes. If a man gives someone a legal advantage in a combat sports,
what is the illegal advantage that you are referring to?
No,
all right, so here we go. Hold up.
It matters.
I got it.
Yes,
it doesn't matter. Illegal advantage.
I got it. Hold.
So what was Mr.
I got this. This manager Marty talking. Everybody hear my voice.
MM.
Hear my voice. Hold on, Ryan. I got you. Everybody hear my voice.
I'm pausing.
Okay. It sounds like there's word spaghetti again. We're not going to do this. Hold on one second.
A lot of word spaghetti.
No, I just want a direct question. I don't want just imaginary things where you're missing.
Like the hacker. I got it from here.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to regulate the show. Lucky McKinnell's. What's your take on it, brother? I mean, Victor Conte's taking blood from the athletes. Do he need to take their blood if all they're doing is supplements? I mean, what's your take on all this, Lucky?
All right, first thing first, man. Hey, Ryan, if you can send Boxing Hacker your phone number, man. That way y'all can have that long discussion on the phone or something, man. But far as the blood go, we know what he's doing in the background, bro. If you selling it in the store, you pretty much telling the people that's buying it in the store that they buying it for nothing if they're not giving you that blood. That's pretty much what you're telling the people that's buying it from the store. So it's either or. Is they buying it for nothing or you doing something else? And I'm happy we got Band Up back on there. Hey, Band Up, what was the other things that Terence Crawford was talking about?
I told Marty he had asked Bud that himself. I can't ask every question for the man.
Well, I think that's what we need to know what he took, because, you know, that comes down to that blood test.
Yeah.
I really don't think it's the supplements. I think it's the other things.
That's where you want to land your plane, I guess.
Well, the reason why I brought this up, I want everybody to be clear so we can be on the same page. The reason why I brought this up when we talk about Terence Crawford going against Canelo Alvarez, this is what Victor Conte said, and shout out and salute to my guy, Gregory, Mr. Greg. You know, I can't call him just Gregory, but for the audience, Mr. Greg, who's on the panel, he's the one that threw the alley-oop and the super chat when he asked, did you contact Bud or did Bud contact you? And then Victor went on and he spoke on the blood. I want to replay that because I'm getting somewhere with this, because we got Crawford fighting Canelo. And here's what Victor Conte said when he spoke to me. January 2nd, 2024. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
All right. So the first step, as we've always talked about, is let's get your blood testing. Because if all I am is a sponsor and I'm just sending you a fighter training stack that's generic for anybody and everybody, and you're wearing a patch, but I've never talked to you or I've never tested your blood, I don't consider that me working with you, and it's a real working relationship. But the instant that you give me all that data on your blood, and I can now interpret that and make specific recommendations and prompt you to have great compliance if you want to get some results, now we're working together. Make sense?
Those were the words of Victor Conte. I'm going to rewind just the first 10 seconds of that because that's the point that I'm driving home. Hold on 1 second. Here are the words again. This is the part that I really, really want to drive home for the audience. And this is Victor Conte again, January 2nd, 2024, when he talked to me the second time he came up.
All right. So the first step, as we've always talked about, is let's get your blood testing. Because if all I am is a sponsor and I'm just sending you a fighter training stack that's generic for anybody and everybody, and you're wearing a patch, but I've never talked to you or I've never tested your blood, I don't consider that me working with you, and it's a real working relationship.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there.
Yeah.
Basically, if I'm just sending you, these are his words, if I'm just sending you a fighter training stack, which is the actual supplements, that's what he's talking about when he say the fighter, he's talking about the stack, he's talking about the supplement. If I'm just sending you supplements without taking your blood, that's not really a working relationship.
Agreed.
And that's what I'm trying to understand. If you're just selling supplements where, like he said, that's generic for any and everybody, that means all of us on the panel who are not athletes and everybody watching us, basically he doesn't need to take your blood. So the question becomes with the athletes, since everybody keep telling me, oh, that's all they're doing, man, and Jamarty, it's just the supplements. Since we heard Sean Porter say, and y'all heard the video, Sean Porter himself said, just supplements. So then why does he need to take the blood?
But it's so simple, man. It's so simple. Like,
hold on, Boxer Hacker. Hold on a second. We got Sin Ironheart here. Sin Ironheart, are you there, brother?
Yes, sir. What's going on with you?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. Thank you for coming up again. What's your take on what I just said, brother? I mean, hey, Victor Conte is telling you right there. He told me, he told the audience, he told you right up, right there that he's not going to work with any athlete until he collects the data on your blood. And on top of that, if it's just about him sending you supplements, well, he doesn't need your blood to do that. So Sean Porter's talking about all they doing is supplements. I hear a lot of people tell me that the SNAC program is just them taking supplements. Well, the question becomes then, what does he need to get the athlete's blood for? What's your take on that?
Man, I feel like, I mean, we talked about it a good number of times, but just to reiterate, because boxing lacquer, hacker, whatever, he seems to come up here and just remove all logic. It's like I almost feel as though he's trying to sabotage all intellect and logical streams and just comes up here. It's the difference between playing devil's advocate and just playing double. And this man's just up here playing double at this point. And I just feel like, as far as Victor Conte's testimony, it just speaks at face value. You don't really have to think outside of a box. You don't have to, there's no Scooby-Doo mystery going on over here. He lays everything out very clear. It's almost as though I almost feel as though he wants handcuffs wrapped around his wrist. I feel like he just has an itch in him where he's doing as much as he could to incriminate himself without saying it directly. And it's just insulting the intelligence of the people. And it's going to take people like Boxing Hacker here and a mass of people like that want to, just be void of all logic and try to create this airspace where people could do disingenuous stuff like what Victor Conte has going on. We only know him for doing one kind of business. He has a reputation for doing nothing but bad business. If we could go back historically and we could name not one, not two, not three, not five, not seven, not 10, not 20, but over 30 athletes who have had their careers compromised, I don't know how much dumber we would have to be to act as though he's doing something that is so noble and, oh, he's a changed man and all this other nonsense. I just can't, I can't subscribe to that ideology. And I feel like I would have to be a total idiot. Some people are comfortable being that. I'm not. So that's my, that's my take on it, Marty.
I got you.
So, hey, can I respond to this real quick, Marty? Because this is driving me crazy. Like, it's not, what he says is not rocket science. It's pretty logical what he's saying. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because he's using, maybe it's because it's dealing with blood work. Maybe that's what it is. He knows supplements. Victor Conte knows supplements. He did bad things in the past. Guess what? It was based on sports and supplements and thinking things early. He knows his supplements. If you're going to work with Victor Conte, right, you give him your blood work. The reason why is because the results from your blood work, which is not illegal to read. It's not illegal to read blood work. Hope you read your blood work.
Why are you condoning?
Wait. Let me just respond.
Why do you condone? Why are you condoning advocating for fucking Victor Conte?
Because what? No, I'm not advocating for Victor Conte, but I feel like people are becoming very. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is like some kind of weird fear mongering or whatever, but it's weird. Like what he said was direct, and like I don't know. He is saying that.
Listen.
Directly incriminating.
I missed the
last comment. The reason why
I missed the whole thing. But at the end of the day, I'm asking you, like I've been on this platform for a bit, and I've been lurking in the background. You understand what I'm saying? This listening to all you lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boxing Hacker, Manager Marty, Mr. Greg, etc. Salute to Mr. Greg. I mean, he holds himself for a lot of integrity. You know what I mean? Like, but you always play this whole devil's advocate kind of like.
Well, you can say that because you're on the other side of the argument, right?
If a man's a drug cheat,
I can also say you play devil's advocate because you're opposite of my argument. Let's be logical here. It's not about being devil's advocate.
I'm asking you why is it if a man fucked up, he fucked up. Sorry, man, Jamai.
It's okay, brother. It's all right.
Okay. If a man messed up, he messed up.
Yeah.
Why is it that you're always trying to do the
because
whole
in this
loophole?
case, he didn't mess up. In this case, he didn't mess up.
These individuals who are brilliant boxers, let's just say that they're all in their profession, they handle business. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But they've given themselves unfair. Okay.
They've done what?
They've worked with somebody that gives them a great area, that gives them room for concern.
That makes
Yeah?
so you feel like they're working with somebody suspicious. That's what you're trying to say.
They're working with somebody suspicious.
Yeah,
You're
somebody
way more
his
articulate than that.
history, correct? Based on his history, correct?
Based on his history,
Yes. Yes.
and hold on.
Okay.
And me listening and understanding the sport even more and more, based on their performance.
And based on their performance. So
talk to me. Talk to
yeah,
the
let me
panel.
talk to you. Let me just let's have a conversation about this.
Of course.
You're free to feel suspicious about
and also hold on. Before you start, I want to personalize this even more. I'm from the UK, right?
Okay.
I've got this guy called Connor Ben.
Yes.
Didn't do nothing nationally.
Yeah.
Didn't do nothing, you know what I mean? And nothing nationally. No, on a domestic level.
Sure.
But all of a sudden, his levels are improved on when he's fighting former champions like Chris Algieri.
Okay.
Please. I mean, I'm a novice in this whole stuff, so you can
Well, I tell you what, Ryan. If you are a novice, I guarantee. Let me show my face for the audio. Ryan, if you are a novice, I promise you, my brother, you are in the right place. And I'm the guy to talk to, not the guy above you, boxing hacker. Now let's get back to
no,
the
but
thing
listen,
right here.
I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn.
But here it is. I want to stay on the point because here's the great thing about this. We all can have the different perspectives. Mr. Greg, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Mr. Greg. I mean, listen, Mr. Greg. You heard Mr. Victor Conte. You heard what he said about the blood. Of course, you bought the product. I think Band Up is here.
Yeah.
He got the product for free. Neither you nor Band Up had to give up your blood to take the actual supplements. When I say the product, I mean, what's your take on it? Why do you think?
Let me give you the journey again.
Let me finish what I'm saying though. Before you even start,
Hold on, because I want to make sure. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I want to give everybody a chance to get their perspective. I don't want this thing to go left. Go ahead, Mr. Greg. We here.
Well, as you know, the journey for me was watching you when you were. I know you were, just being entertaining when you had the SNAC product and you was having fun, had the T-shirt, so forth. Well, I had already told you that I had 2 spine surgeries before, and I was starting to shadow box again just to get myself moving and getting the stretching a little bit better. And I just wanted to try some different supplements to help me. But I did go to my doctor before I ever took the SNAC product and did blood work. As a matter of fact, we did blood work twice because I wanted to make certain what was what with me at that time, because things change once you have surgery. I don't care what kind of shape you are. So I did buy the product. I used the product for the first 120 days. I did see, when you say the SNAC works, I did see improvement in how I was moving, it's particularly when I was shadow boxing, because I would do 45 minutes of it intense. I then had blood work done again. There was greater levels for me in all the matrices of my blood work. So I said, okay, let me make sure that I'm good though, because you can initially take anything and it can make you feel good and make you seem like things are going well. But you got to do multiple follow-ups because sometimes things can affect you in the long run. So I've done blood work since that happened around 2023 up until where I'm going tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So I've done blood work continuously to make sure how I feel, whether there's been any bad changes that we can't see, which is why I've done it in the way that I've done so. The SNAC product appears to work better because I can see where my improvements are for what I wanted to do with in terms of how I was exercising. I'm almost 69 now, so I wanted to be that guy that didn't have to be helped up the steps, slept too long, and moving slow and those kind of things. So that was my motivation behind it. But I understand clearly how everyone can feel about Victor Conte because I do. I can understand how people feel about Bud. I love Bud, but I'm not blinded to the fact that You already said something that even alarmed me. I take snack and other things because I asked, what were these other things? Because that is a big question for me. Because you're taking one thing, and I think I asked also, was the same concentration of the supplements that the fighters are being given, is that the same concentration that's sold online? That's a question too. I think he said yes, but I don't have a definitive answer because you could sell me something that has the same bottle, same label, but your athletes might be getting a customized version, so to speak, because you're working with them every day. You're working with the gym, you're working with equipment, and so on and so forth. So the question is never going to go away. You're going to always understand that you're a guy that did a whole bunch of questionable things that led other top flight athletes to use you. You were doing bad things with them, including Shane, including a few others. And so that question is going to always be there. You're in boxing because it's the only sport that still lets you win because it's poorly regulated, if it's regulated at all. You serve in the purpose, in my opinion, because the athletes the boxers who are using the SNAC products are all showing great improvement in how they perform because that's what you say, improving in performance. Doesn't mean they're going to go out there and win every fight because we've seen that they do not. Doesn't mean that they'll always look good, even though they're taking the SNAC products, because sometimes in certain spaces they have not. So the question is, do you stay in this, particularly when you done rose up as a superstar in this business and has that black mark or black cloud over your head? Yeah, you've been knocking these out, you've been doing this, you've been doing that, but you got this guy in your corner. What's going on there? Sooner or later, there's going to be some more investigation, some deeper investigation. I even have sent my product that I buy to my doctor to see if they can send it to a lab to break down everything that's in it. I haven't got any results yet though, because you got to pay. You got to pay some money to get all that done. But
I want to piggyback off a point, so I hope that y'all don't. I just don't want y'all to leave this train.
And I've got a point. I've got a point after you, brother. I've got a point after you. I've got
Yeah.
a point after you. After
So
Mr. Greg and after you, brother.
I have sent that because I want to know the question myself. If there's something that shouldn't be in there, even if it's a speck, it doesn't matter. I need to know because if I'm taking something, I like to know what I'm doing. And I'll go the extra mile to find out whether I should continue or discontinue. But I'll always tell you the truth. I'm not going to pretend I haven't used it. I'm not going to pretend I haven't seen improvement because I have. I love the way it's making me feel, but is there something else that doesn't have the stigma of him out there that's just as good as what I've gotten? I just recently seen something that may be something else too, but I don't like jumping around and just putting stuff in my body and things like that. But when you hear people talk about the suspicions of the SNAC program, you don't have to be ambiguous about it. You know why. We all know why. And then when he came up on the show after being hidden in the chat for a minute, came up, nobody jumped on him because we all fell back. Everybody sat back, watched Marty do the interview, asked questions and so forth. We ended up with more questions instead of, oh, that makes sense. Oh, now we know. There are more questions. And the more he talked, the more he was digging the hole. So that's always been there. No, he hasn't been arrested again. That's okay. Because sometimes if you're being investigated, sometimes there's some years in the investigations. Remember, when you hear we had a 2-year, 13-month, 18-month investigation, they watching everything. They looking at every single solitary thing. So even with all of these fighters in the last 2 years or 3 years or so, just because nobody has been called to testify, just because nobody got a knock on the door, don't mean it may not be one next week.
Hey, Mr. Greg.
Here. So you got to look at all of that when you think about, and I'm getting ready to finish, when you think about the SNAC program. Right now, the fighters are taking it, they're still doing it because they still believe, hey, it's nothing wrong. But have they done anything else, even anything like I'm trying to do? Send the products that they're given. Have you sent it to somebody else independently, an independent lab? Because you probably can have more access than I have at this age anyway. You probably know more chemists, more sports medicine people, and so forth and so on. Do that because this is also affecting your reputation. It may be nothing there illegal, but it's still affecting your reputation. Because I see in the chat what people say about Bud, what people say about Plant, and all the other ones, even Carissa. And Carissa's trying to do something good with her image, but that Victor Conte question will always come up. And that's all I can say about that.
Manjamati.
Yes.
Go ahead, bro.
Have you looked at the boxer who's from Britain called Joshua Buatsi?
What was that?
Sorry, sir. Have you looked at the boxer called Joshua Buatsi?
Doesn't sound familiar to me right at this moment. No.
He fought a Riyadh season previously against Callum Smith, and he was with the SNAC program as well. He was with the SNAC program. I think you should look into him as well because I know you're an investigator. Anyway, your research is second to none. So Joshua Buatsi, I was very personally I was very disappointed to see the SNAC on his t-shirts as a black man from London. Do you know what I mean? I was very disappointed to see that.
Yes.
So yeah.
Now I want to give the panel this real quick. Banda, did you go about the blood yet?
I mean, I don't think I really said my little 2 cents of what I got on it, but
all right.
you guys kind of already nipped at what I already had to say.
Right.
Pretty much on it. My thing about it is, I really kind of I'll still ask my questions. What makes a regular person like me or you, or whatever the case may be, buying it different from an athlete getting it to Conte? So if I'm to put myself in Conte's shoes, if I'm saying I got a product and the athlete's like, well, what makes it different from me and you? I mean, me and, you know what I mean, John getting it. You know what I mean, John Doe. He's like, well, let me see your blood, and I could try to make it. You know what I mean, recommend some things that will make you different from the other athlete. You know what I mean, or from the regular person. I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that question a lot, Marty. Every time you say it, and I'm like, what type of conversation did you get? Huh?
What supplement did you get?
I didn't get any supplement, but I never met Victor Conte, so that's what makes me different from Terence Crawford.
No. Rachel sent you a supplement. Which one was it?
Oh no, I had, bro. Still, yeah, long story about that. But anyways, yeah, I got everything. I got everything.
All of them.
Everything. The whole $320 product.
Okay. Did it include the bottle called Trust Me?
I didn't see no bottle called Trust Me.
Look at this. I want y'all didn't even notice something in Mr. Greg from Mr. Greg's experience, and I want to salute to Mr. Greg. And I'm saying, first of all, I mean, you know, I ain't get to chop it up with nobody in a minute, but Mr. Greg did not get his results yet, so I think it is safe to say, Marty, that his name will not appear in the VADA website. And it's a potentiality for him testing positive for a substance like EPO. Mr. Greg, you said you shadowboxed about 45 minutes?
Yeah.
So that's about 12 round, 15. Those are some good numbers right there. I think that we could definitely say that if he has accelerated levels in that late in the shadowboxing aspect, that sounds a little EPO-ish. So
nobody hit me either.
I mean, hey, see, look, there we go. You know, so I think that's testimony to the SNAC program working. You know.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna break this down. Let me get this super chat. And I want to break something down to drive it all home for all of us. Double salute to my guy, Akello Nieder. He is in the super chat and he made a contribution, and I thank you for your support and contribution, Akello. Akello said these words: I go get blood work done annually at my regular physician, and they give me my deficiencies. You don't have to go to a known drug cheat for that. Well, according to Akello, and this is the point I want to drive home because we all know Victor Conte's history. Now, I'm asking about the blood for a reason. Because we know you don't need to give Victor Conte your blood to take the supplements that anybody, according to Victor Conte, generic, his words, not mine, that's generic to any and everybody. Like Band Up used the supplements, Mr. Greg used the supplements, right? So let's be clear on something. Nobody on the panel, nobody live in living color, no one watching the replay of this live, nobody on YouTube can ever say that they heard me one time ever say that the SNAC product worked. I never say that. I leave it up to Mr. Greg and Shaheed L and Band Up and anyone else who had taken the product. They are the ones that can witness and say that the SNAC product worked. But if you look at your screen, every last one of you, my God, I always say, I told y'all that the SNAC program works. I don't say the SNAC product work because I don't know. I say the SNAC program work because the program is a part of Victor Conte's protocol. And
You
the
got
protocol.
whoa. You've got to listen. I'm an advocate for you, MM.
Yes.
You've got to break down the difference there because that was very gray right there. That was very gray.
Oh yes, I'm gonna break down the difference right here.
All right.
Now, Victor Conte, he told us he has to take your blood. I need somebody to mute their phone. I hear something in the background. There's audio. I'm gonna drive it home. I'm gonna drive it home right here, Ryan. I got all of y'all right here. Victor Conte says he has to take the athlete's blood. Y'all heard him tell me that, right?
Correct.
That's the only way he will consider it a working relationship. It's not the supplements. It's not him sending you the SNAC logo patch to wear on your boxing trunks. No. That's not a working relationship. Even though with Nike and Reebok and Adidas and shoe polish, it's a working relationship when you deal with companies like them.
It makes sense he says that.
I know. I got something for that. Hold on for a minute. It's a working relationship when you're working with endorsers like them. But it's a working relationship when you give him your blood. So I asked everybody, why do y'all think that these athletes have to give him their blood? Everybody had their own perspective. Everybody said it. Boxer Hacker, hold on for a second, man.
Okay,
I need you to listen right now. This is important. The reason why I'm asking y'all that, it goes back to what Ryan was asking me, to break down the gray area of when I say the SNAC product and the SNAC program. They are two totally different things. The SNAC product is basically that. You can go on. I'm not going to give him a plug, Carl Brown, because the last time I gave the guy a plug, he put a promo code in my name, and I still haven't got paid for it, Mr. Greg. The man, Victor Conte, still owes me money. All I'm saying is just go on his website, Google it. I'm not going to give him a plug. But that's how you get the product, right? You go on the website, you get the product. But the program, the SNAC program consists of him. That's what he said. The first thing that we do is comprehensive blood testing. That's what he said with Mr. Greg through the alley-oop with the super chat and asked him how, who called who, how'd you start working with Bud, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, he said the first thing that we do is comprehensive blood testing. So, with that being said, that's a part of the program that has nothing to do with the product. Yeah, everybody on the panel, I'm sure everybody should be clear with me right now. That has nothing to do with the product. That has something to do with the program. When he told me, because I asked him about this, do you put your athletes, the boxers, on a calendar? He said, yes. I said, why? That's the same thing that you did in Balco. Why are you putting the fighters on the calendar now? Something that you did back in the days you were using and giving steroids. And he said, no, it's not the same calendar. It's just a training calendar. It's just for them to know when they got to train. I've been around boxing a long time. And I've been managing boxers alone. I ain't never seen. Anyway, I'm going to leave that alone. The point is, that's all a part of the program. Then you got to work inside of his actual gym in California. Once again, I didn't say anything about supplements yet. I'm talking about the program. You got to wear the oxygen mask. You got to be on the track with Remy Karchimney, a guy who's banned from sports for life because of the Baco scandal. Anyway, you got to go out there and do the training. All of these different things you have to do that's a part of the program. I never said nothing about the product yet, but I'm asking you about the blood because I keep going back to the Netflix documentary. The Netflix documentary told us everything about Victor Conte. You know what Terence Crawford said? I've done research on you. You don't have to sell me on anything. I know exactly what it is that you do. That's what Terence Crawford said. That's what Victor Conte told us that Bud told him. The only thing that I know that Victor Conte does and is known for, as far as his reputation, thank you, Mr. Greg, is distributing performance-enhancing drugs. Now, let's listen to what he said about the reason that he was taking the athlete's comprehensive blood testing in the Netflix documentary. Can everybody please mute your phone? See, this is why I keep asking about the program. This is why I keep asking fighters, what did y'all keep giving him your blood for? Because when he was in the Netflix documentary, he told us exactly why he was taking the blood from the athletes back then. So we don't know why he's taking the blood from the athletes now. But listen, I'm going to play it right now. Hold on. These are the words of Victor Conte. This Netflix documentary, Hall of Shame, Untold, Hall of Shame. Victor Conte says these words. This was published in August of 2023, nearly 1 month, really 3.5 weeks after Terence Crawford fought Errol Spence. These are the words of Victor Conte himself.
Victor Conte is your doctor and your pharmacist. That's very, very dangerous.
Oh my God. So I've been doing comprehensive blood testing on everybody, making sure there were no adverse health effects and all the dosages were correct. So the opposite was true.
All right. Did everybody hear him?
Yes, and he answered the question just now with that last sentence.
I'm going to play it again, Mr. Grant, because I think somebody might have missed it. Boxer Hack, are you still there?
Oh, you know I'm still here. I'm waiting for my turn.
Good. Stay right there.
I'll give you my turn after it.
I know. I'm going to play it again for you.
Yeah,
I want you to hear this part.
Feel free.
While they were on this stuff. Victor Conte is your doctor and your pharmacist. That's very, very dangerous.
Oh my God. So I've been doing comprehensive blood testing on everybody, making sure there were no adverse health effects and all the dosages were correct. So the opposite was true.
Mr. Greg, you're the oldest of the clan. What do you think he means by the dosages? What is he talking about, Mr. Greg?
Answered the question I just asked. Were the fighters getting customized supplements that fit them? Because what we buy is what everybody gets off the shelf. He just said to get that, I believe I'm saying the words right, to get the proper dosages, which tells me that, for instance, if me and Band Up has used as well. Let's say me and Band Up were fighters currently. What Band Up would have to get and the dosage of each things he'd have to get would be different than what I get, even if we both had the same deficiency.
Hey, so Mr. Greg.
Hold, Lucky.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm experiencing a lot of
Hold on. Let me be clear. I want everybody to be clear. When Victor Conte was talking about dosages, he wasn't talking about supplements. I want everybody to be clear when he says dosages. I'm going to Netflix documentary. I'm going to tell you exactly what kind of dosages he was referring to. This is Victor Conte's words, not mine.
And then Victor Conte, you'll be high in the pharmacology.
Taking growth hormone, taking insulin, EPO, taking the clear, and we created a calendar.
So when you're on steroids, you have to have a plan that goes with the medication.
All right. Y'all heard? I'm going to play that last part again because those were the dosages that he was referring to. I'm going to play it again, Carl. Hold on.
And Victor Conte, you'll be high in the pharmacology.
Taking growth hormone, taking insulin, EPO, taking the clear, and we created a calendar.
So when you're on steroids, you have to have a plan that goes with the medication.
Wouldn't it seem like if you got to have dosages for everything else, the supplements would be the same as well? You got to have.
That's not,
no, it's different.
That's not what he was talking
No,
about.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah.
It just seemed like to me that those dosages or the amounts, I'll put it like that, that you need to take for whatever you're deficient in would be different. Say if me and Boxing Hacker were taking it. I don't know anything about Boxing Hacker, and I'm not trying to demean you in any kind of way.
No, feel free, brother.
But he may need more of one thing than I do, but we may still have the same deficiency.
Correct.
Which is why,
yeah.
And that's why I talked about customizing.
Okay,
right.
so
Understood.
I've got.
It's not really customized. It's so one side's doing recommendations.
Boxer Hacker, hold on. Hold on, everybody, hold on, Ryan. I don't want to take this left field and get caught up into the supplements because that's not what they were talking about. My point was what he said when he talked about the reason why he was doing comprehensive blood testing on everybody. That's what he said. And he said, so that there will not be any adverse health effects when he's supplying them with the dosages. Did y'all hear that? So if that's the case, then if it's not about the supplements in the documentary, then what's the point of doing comprehensive blood testing now if all they're doing is just the supplements?
Can I say something?
So the reason why, before everybody jump in front of me.
Hold on, Boxer Hacker.
Hold on,
Boxer Hacker. Go ahead, Ryan. We listening.
All right. So, so I'll say this. I don't understand why. I mean, I'm from England. Do you know what I mean? Boxing, all that stuff comes from Queensberry rules. Come from England, right? Why are we trying to excuse Victor Conte's corruption? That's my question. Like, Boxing Hacker, why do you try to keep including him as being devil's advocate? Why?
Can I respond? Because you asked me this like 30 minutes ago, and I didn't get a chance to respond.
Yeah, and I still haven't got a question. Like,
yeah, because you keep making it long-winded.
I'll ask it again.
No, I heard it the first time.
Oh,
I heard 30 minutes ago.
I want to get to the blood. I want to get to the blood.
Whoa, and I'll repeat it. Why is it that you keep that with the boxers that keep coming up with that, the SNAC program, all that kind of stuff, who are great individuals that have worked hard from their birth, do you know what I mean? Done the grind, etc., etc.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then chose to work with this proven corrupt individual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Why do you keep? I'm curious.
Okay.
Like, keep advocating for these particular individuals.
Can I speak now, or is it gonna be? You gotta ask me 30 more times.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, so here's
whoa! Before you even get into that,
yeah,
mate, I've even gone to this like 30 times. This is the third time I've even said.
You asked me the same question. I said I heard the first time. There's no need to
30. You said 30 times.
You need to add.
Whoa! Let's get into this before we even start. Now we're getting petty. You're the kind of person that likes to talk about numbers, language, all that kind of stuff.
One question,
I've only gone to this 3 more times. So let's calm down with all this kind of stuff.
All right, Ryan, let him answer.
Let
Boxing
me.
Hacker,
All right.
Thank you.
can you
Thank
quickly answer this? Because I want to get to the blood. See,
Yeah, I'll answer both questions. Yes,
what's
I'll answer
happening
both
is the
questions. Yeah.
devil trying to get in. When he trying to use, I see what's going on, State.
Yeah.
You ain't going to get it tonight. He's trying to use everything, Lucky. We got to get back to the blood.
I don't
Yeah,
know
Let's
about
get
you
back
guys
to the blood.
like
Let's get
like
to the
But
blood.
remember, he's the kind of individual that.
Oh my God.
All right,
I got it, Ryan.
Brother,
He's
let me
going to
answer.
answer you. I promise
Brother.
the man's going to answer you.
Oh my
Boxing
God.
Hacker, 30
Yes.
seconds. Answer the man question. Why do you
Yes,
keep
I will
on
answer your
advocating for
question.
Victor,
Yes.
brother?
Yes. So you asked me why I'm advocating for Victor.
30
Victor,
seconds.
so
Come on with it.
I get 30 seconds. He gets 2 hours. This is interesting. So
Yes. Just come
the
on.
reason. So first off, there's no proof that Victor's doing anything bad as of
I
this
agree
moment.
with you.
So
Yes.
yes, there's no reason why he's doing anything bad as of this moment. You can say he did things bad in the past, and it's okay to be suspicious of him. But what's wrong is when he started doing double jeopardy. If we're gonna do double jeopardy for Victor, how about all the coaches who are drug dealers and criminals in the past and now are coaches?
Yes.
Right.
Hey,
So
Boxing
they also
Hacker.
be double
Boxing
jeopardy.
Hacker.
So
That's
that
a
answers my
very
question right there.
yeah.
I am
No.
not advocating for somebody that's doing something bad right now.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
proof
a
he did
very
anything
good
bad right now.
point,
That was the
Boxing
answer.
Hacker.
Yes.
Good point. So let me ask you the question directly, and I asked
Yes.
everybody else, and I want everybody to give me your perspective. This is just a question.
Feel free.
If Victor, was doing comprehensive blood testing
Yes.
back then
Yes.
when he was in the Balco scandal,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
reason why he was doing comprehensive blood testing was because, his words not mine, so that the athletes would not have any adverse health effects when he give them the dosages of the EPO,
Yes.
the HDA, the HGH, the insulin, and the clear.
Would you take it?
Oh, hold on, Ryan.
Sorry.
So it's okay. You didn't know. So Boxing Hacker, quick. This is for everybody. I want everybody to give me your perspective.
Sure.
If that was the reason why he was doing comprehensive blood testing on the athletes then,
Yes.
if all they're doing now is just the supplements,
Yes.
what does he need to do the comprehensive blood testing?
The reason
on
why?
the boxers now for?
Yeah. So
I'm
the
just
reason
asking.
why. So the answer to your question, the reason why is to give them recommendations based on their levels.
He's
That's
not a
exact-
doctor. You know he's not.
So you don't need to be a doctor to read blood work. You can
Is
read
he
your own blood work.
certified?
No, you don't need to be certified to read blood work either.
Show me
So
proof.
what? So
Hold on.
before
Show
we
me
wait, let me
proof.
just
Boxer
no.
Hacker, hold on. You're making
Yeah.
statements. I gotta challenge you.
Sure,
Show
challenge me.
me
Feel free.
evidence here in America. I don't know where Ryan's from, how they do it in the UK, but show me proof here in America that you can have a lab with no certification. You can interpret blood testing results. You can give recommendations and diagnose. Don't lie and say he didn't diagnose.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Well,
I love it. I love it. I like it. I love it. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Yes, let's talk about it.
I think it's actually worse in fucking.
I got it. Hold on. As a healthcare professional, mental health professional, you are licensed. You are certified to diagnose. Victor Conte is not licensed or certified to diagnose, period. And we all know that.
That's why the word recommendations is being used, right? So recommendations
But he
are
diagnosed
two different things.
He diagnosed.
So here's the thing,
He
but
diagnosed.
he gives you recommendations. He does give you prescriptions. Recommendations. And the reason why.
Hold on. He diagnosed Andre Berto and he diagnosed Terence Crawford with anemia. And you know that. I proved that already.
So you can look at your blood work and tell you have low iron, and you can say
Okay, they can go get it from a doctor. They don't have to get it from him.
Yeah, like
But
you can look at your own blood work and realize what's going on.
Problem.
Too. Like
no
you can,
problem.
right?
No problem.
It's not rocket science.
Good answer.
Right.
Good answer. Great. Lucky, are you still there?
But before we go, let me just answer
No.
the question you asked.
Hold on, Dr. Haxel. Hold on. Lucky, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Let somebody else go first, man.
Y'all making the host do all this work. Band up, are you still there?
Oh, what's up, Lucky?
You know what it is.
Band up, I just have a question, bro. You heard Victor Conte tell us all the reason why he was conducting comprehensive blood testing during the time that he was giving these athletes steroids. He said EPO, HGH, insulin, and clear, which is the THG. He did not want these athletes to have adverse effects, health effects. So that's why he was doing the comprehensive blood testing. Check their levels. I'm asking you, if all these boxers are doing, according to what Sean Porter told us 3 weeks ago, all they're doing is supplements, then why does he have to do comprehensive blood testing on every athlete in boxing now? Your answer. What you got for us?
So my answer is, like I said, so he could tie them. That's what makes them different from the normal person. Him getting these blood tests from these athletes, giving them the recommendations, whether he's entitled to, or you know what I mean, or certified to do it or not. He's just up and doing it. You know what I mean? That's what it seemed to be. That's what makes, you know what I mean, him different. If he did that for everybody, he had to do that for everybody in America type shit. You know what I mean? To keep it all the way around. And he's not going to do all that. At the same time, I think didn't he say to you, Marty, that he would recommend other things, you know what I mean, that they would take. So are those other things within the SNAC program itself? And if we're all saying no, that those other things aren't in the SNAC program, then that leads to what somebody said earlier. What we're getting ain't what was being given out.
Well, if you go to that point, Band Up, let's be clear on this. What Tim Montgomery, Marion Jones, Barry Bonds, and the rest of them, they were not taking ZMA or SNAC. You know what they were taking? EPO, HGH, insulin, in the clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, then. So we don't know.
It doesn't mean anything for right now, though. So
No. We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that, but we can't also add that jack either.
No.
Just because you don't know, you don't add the jack there, right? You don't say he is because you don't know.
There's no jacket. You can't prove that he's not doing something wrong just as much as nobody else can prove he's doing something wrong.
You can say that for everybody. You can say it for everybody in existence, right? You can say that for anybody.
Well, we're not talking about it. We're talking about
boxing hacker. You can say that for anybody, but everybody don't got the clout that Victor Conte has over them.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong being suspicious of somebody. My thing is, don't let your suspicion lead to like a
but everybody's not going to give you something to be suspicious of. Bro, hold on, time out. Hey, Marty, please, can I give this to boxing hacker, please? Boxing hacker, bro.
Yes, bro.
If a cat, bro, I don't see how you're not getting this, bro.
Yeah,
if a cat got into jail for murder, bro, was known for shooting cats, and then now he's all cool and everything. You expect this cat to still be around, even though he say he changed? You know what I mean? You got to keep a side eye. There's a reason why we have to keep the side eye. So in the same sense, this Victor Conte done did some things to put him in jail. Now he out. He's saying difference. We still got to keep a side eye. We can't use everything for everybody else. Everybody else ain't with the jail.
Speaking too fast, brother. So here's the thing. You're right. Let's say a person got out of jail for selling drugs. There's a good possibility they may not sell drugs again. That is possible. Like,
can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Bad in the past, you can't do bad.
Boxing hacker. Hold on, boxing hacker. Go ahead, Carl.
Boxing hacker. All right. Okay, look. I get where you was coming from, Band Up. All right, boxing hacker, we're going to try it this way.
Yeah, feel free.
Because I don't care. Victor Conte, back in the days, he was selling everybody dope.
Okay.
All right. Right now, he's selling everybody dope. Because remember, SNAC was around back then. But SNAC wasn't the cover-up. Now SNAC is the cover-up. All I'm asking you, boxing hacker, and I'll say you 100. Matter of fact, I'll send you money if you could answer this question.
Okay.
What is Victor Conte doing now that was he doing? Oh my God! What is Victor Conte doing now? I mean, different that you could say that he changed. Like, what difference do you see from back in the days to now? Because the only thing to me, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you answer it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So you say he was selling dope. He was selling like EPO and stuff like that, right? He was selling illegal substances back then. There's no proof. So let's clarify. There's no proof he's selling.
I didn't go there. I said my question. Yeah, no. I don't care about the first part. This right here. What is Victor Conte? What is Victor Conte doing different to that you believe that he changed? Because I see the same Victor. Like, if I never met the man, if I never even knew this case.
What is
I
that?
see,
Well,
but what I seen in that documentary, I still see the same guy. He's still snitching on himself. He's still telling on everybody he not gonna go down by himself. All I'm asking you, wait. Just answer that question. And I like looking back. I like looking back. I mean, sitting back and watch y'all cook. But I do want just answer that question.
Sure. Like right now, he's an advocate, right? I don't remember him being an advocate. He's an advocate. He's an advocate. He's an
You better
advocate.
not call him no advocate over me.
He is
You
by
know he
way
ain't
of
advocating nothing.
definition in your dictionary. He is definitely an advocate. That cannot be denied. So, like, whether you think he has doing something
All right, go
in
ahead.
the
I'm just
background or
saying
not, by
entertainment.
way of definition, he is an
All right,
advocate.
entertainment.
Let's clarify. So, you asked me what is he doing different now?
Yes.
Well, right now he's advocating for like clean
How is he doing that?
So he speaks whenever he speaks up on like on certain circumstances, like with the Ryan Garcia situation. He speaks up on Canelo situation. He's trying to give clarity.
Shields?
He speaks up on that. He spoke up for Clarissa Shields as well. So
hold up. When he spoke on Ryan Garcia, he was talking about PEDs. When he spoke on Canelo, he was talking about PEDs. I'm talking about Clarissa Shields. Did he give her test results publicly? Did he make them public yet?
So what we're trying
yes or no? Did he make her results public?
But there's a yes or no to whether he's an advocate, right?
I didn't ask you that. Did he make Clarissa Shields PED test that she took with Vada public? Yes or no?
I don't know what the
You
answer
won't
is.
answer the question, and because you won't answer the
but
question, you're not going to traumatize me tonight. You did enough talking. I got to let him go now. The bottom line is, when somebody tells me that Victor Conte is an advocate, that just smears so much mud on my name in the research and work I've investigated and done for over 15 years. I can't let nobody call that man an advocate. Everything Victor Conte has done back then, he's doing it now, Mr. Greg.
I'm sorry for laughing. I was wondering how long it's going to take you.
I can't believe the man is not being honest. I don't get it.
Oh, man.
It's okay if his favorite fighters was SNAC, but he's still taking comprehensive blood testing. And back then, he told us why he was doing, comprehensive blood testing. And now what's the difference between now and back then? We don't know. I can't do this with Boxer Hacker any longer. It's just a shame. Listen, we've been on here live almost 3 hours. Lucky McKinnels, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
All right, listen, bro. You see what happened. You heard Victor Conte with the blood. What's your take on why you think he's still doing comprehensive blood testing now when all they're doing is just the supplements according to Sean Porter?
I mean, I believe, like I said, I think it comes down to what Terence Crawford said. I believe it's the other things. And when he said other things, it makes me think about Tim Montgomery when he said Victor gives you a bottle with a label on it, but what's on the label is not what's in the bottle. So even Terence Crawford, he don't even know what he's getting, just like Tim Montgomery didn't know what he was getting. That's why Terence Crawford said other things, because he don't know what it is. That's why I asked I asked Band Up, and I wanted to ask Mr. Greg, did they get that bottle of Trust Me? Because that's all the bottle gonna say is Trust Me.
No, Lucky, I didn't get that particular bottle. That's why I did my own due diligence.
My goodness.
But
all right, listen,
Lucky
man.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Greg.
So Lucky does raise a question that is going to continually be raised from Bud, because the minute Bud had that interview, he was just freestyling while he's talking and said, I use other things. I had to ask, why didn't you say from the very beginning, I use SNAC, I use this, I use that? When you go to other things, it's either you don't know what those other things are, or you don't want to reveal them for some reason. It didn't make sense if you're going to talk about what you use as an athlete to enhance yourself, to make yourself improve and so forth, that you don't tell all of it.
Hey, Mr. Greg.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to reveal it, you would have never said other things.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. When you don't want to reveal it, it's going to rate that. And that's one more thing that puts suspicions on him. I spoke on that immediately when he said that same day. Like, wait a minute. You already got this black cloud over your head. with Victor, now you're talking about other things. And then when you interviewed Victor, I do recall he says he recommends other things to fighters as well. So what
Yes.
he didn't tell what those other things that he recommended as well. So that's why I said we got more questions that got raised than we really got answers
You know,
during
he said
that
he said
period.
he recommend things. I believe he said he recommend things to be prescribed to them. Am I correct, Marty?
He he talked about different methods. He said SNAC, his exact words were, SNAC doesn't carry all of the supplements that these athletes need. So if he has to go and recommend it, he will just recommend it and send it to them over the counter. Then he also said, if necessary, he get his doctor that he hired, that's on staff, Chris Bonzen, to come in and inject the athletes. And he didn't use the words TUE. We know I taught y'all therapeutic use exemption and what that is. And I actually asked Dr. Margaret Goodman about that as well when she was here. But he said that we have to get him to give an injection, you know what I mean, to the athletes. And then you have to go to the medical advisory board at VADA. And they know that obviously he's on the up and up because they have a prescription from a doctor to inject PEDs in the athlete. And why do I have to say PEDs? It's important because you don't need a therapeutic use exemption unless it is a performance enhancement drug, so that when the fighter gets tested and they do obviously pop positive for a banned substance, a prohibited banned substance, they will be in the clear with VADA. Why? Because the doctor prescribed them. So if someone say they're low in iron or low in testosterone, these are Victor Conte's direct words, then they will be in the clear. That's what he said.
Those therapeutic usage exceptions, I think, are at the heart of other things, in my opinion. It's my opinion.
That's highly possible.
Yeah, and
Mr.
I
Greg.
think that's why, I also think that's why sometimes when you're supposed to have been tested and you don't show up on the website as being tested, I think that's also very possible because you've had a therapeutic usage exception. And even though it's legal to have it, it just raises more questions about your performance that in that particular fight as well. So I do think, and again, that's where the suspicions are going to arise at. Now, I think somebody said to just ban all supplements, I should say. That still doesn't address the therapeutic exceptions issue. It still doesn't address that. But I understand where they were going. If you don't have anything that you're using, then there's nobody can say, well, you got so and so in your corner, and he's known for giving you steroids or PEDs, et cetera, et cetera. When you eliminate all of those factors, you eliminate the questions. But it's too late for now for any of the fighters in the SNAC program to be free of those questions, even if they're not using it anymore. You're still going to question those fights where you were using, or when you did have Victor Conte in your corner for any kind of training, even if he was just there to observe. If he's there, period, a question is going to get put on you, and it's not going away. You have to understand that. And again, I have fighters that I like. Everybody knows Bud is one of my favorite fighters, but he doesn't get the excuse. He don't get excused either. Nobody does. And when you look at at some of the podcasts who are following your lead, when they think it's safe and ask these kind of questions, but they found those questions by watching your podcast.
Yes.
They tiptoe around it, in my opinion. You got to go all the way in, regardless of, unless you're getting paid or something, because I can understand you're trying to mess up your check. But if that's not, and I'm not accusing nobody of this because I don't know who's getting paid, or if anybody is getting paid, I'll put it that way. But those are the things that you have to be honest with your fans if you have in a boxing podcast. It's not just about who you favor. It's about talking about every aspect of the sport of boxing, because now that we have the internet, now that we know a lot more than we knew 25 years ago, now that we know how fighters are talking, now that we understand some aspects of how the business affects the sport, et cetera, all of these things got to be put on the table so we can have honest discussions. Even if we don't agree, with everything. That's okay. That's all okay as long as we're using intelligence and intellect, not falling apart, not playing devil's advocate or the devil, as one somebody just said, and making sense. Otherwise, you're making people. I see how people react to certain guys who just don't know when to stop. And
No,
so,
no, no, my bad, Greg. I just want to say a little something. My bad. I mean, I love your taking. Every time you and Manager Marty, anybody that got common sense, I like to listen. But I did wanted to say something. A lot of these guys that's out here that's saying Victor Conte is doing right. It's like that kid that lied that one time, and he just got to keep lying and lying and like. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it. That's blue blood. He wrapped up. He wrapped up already. He gotta continue to keep lying because he's told too many lies already. And like, so if he stopped now, his views already disappeared. Imagine where they go. You know, you get what I'm saying. So he holding on to the loyalty fans. But what I wanted to say, a lot of people is only defending Victor Conte because of it ain't about boxing anymore. This shit is a soap opera. It's because their favorite fighter is on Victor Conte. So Victor Conte could come out and get busted right now. I guarantee you Blue Blood to make a video and say why he knew it already and he didn't want to let it out and y'all get where I'm going. Y'all know the rhythm already of you know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people. So just because we see it in Manager Marty, that's why you get so much respect, bro. Because when you said you was gonna bust this case wide open a long time ago, I guarantee. Look, I'm telling you, right, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 41 years old. I believed you then, and I know you
you
ain't
did.
done yet.
I know you
I
did,
know
Carl.
you ain't done yet. You got me getting on Twitter, bro. Real talk. I ain't. It's not even about arguing no more. Now it's about just getting the points across because you can't argue with idiots. They gonna be who they gonna be, and I realized that. And I caught myself a couple of times up here arguing with people, man, for real. But a lot of people only taking up for Victor Conte because they favorite fighter. And Greg, that's why you getting respect. Terence Crawford, your favorite fighter, but you come on, you using your brain. I just wanted to say something. I just wanted to say
That's
that.
a
Y'all
good
know,
point, Carl.
you
That
know what
was
I
a
mean?
good point. That's good points that you made, bro. For real. And also, I have to say this: a lot of people are tiptoeing around it, Mr. Greg and Carl, and even Lucky, for two reasons, in my opinion. Number one, it goes back to what Carl said: their favorite fighter is over there. And number two is because I'm speaking on it. You see, the thing is that if they come out and say SNAC, Victor, Vada, they have to say publicly, I learned that from Manager Marty, and they will not give me the credit. It's okay. I'm not mad anymore about it. All I'm saying is they have to say my name. And that's why Bill won't come see me. That's why Devin won't come see me. That's why Clarissa won't see me. Caleb Plant, they won't come sit in that seat and just come talking. I just want to ask him a question because, and listen, here's the great thing about it. If I was able to dissect Victor Conte clip after clip after clip after clip and dissect lie after lie and give you all the research, and I still got more locked in the vault. You still ain't even get half of it, but I gave you enough to know what's going on, right? If I can do that with him, the guy who's been in front of cameras, Mr. Greg, on CNN, on ABC, on ESPN. He has done interviews with the LA Times, the New York Times, the Washington Post, and none of them got him on the hot seat except for me. So if people tiptoed around it, they know they got to say my name. They all got to come back home and say my name. That's all they got to do is say my name. And guess what? Sean Porter is the one that restarted this up because I was going to leave it alone. But see, Sean Porter came out. He the one that came out saying, oh, you know, it's just supplements. Now, because, and listen, Mr. Greg, you know this, Lucky knows this too. I was only talking about the active fighters with SNAC. But since the retired SNAC fighter, Sean, wanted to come up, now I got to put the microscope on all of the retired boxers now that was rolling with Victor. He started this. So when y'all start seeing videos of different veteran legends that's not competing anymore, blame it on Sean. That's why in that last clip, I put what Sugar Shane said. He's a legend. He's retired. We got to go back to all of other guys. See, some of y'all didn't know that Zab Judah was working with Victor. See, we got to bring it all out now because Sean Porter, he's the one that's trying to take up for Victor. Tim Bradley trying to take up for Victor. See, all these guys that been rolling with him, they want to take up for him. And I'm okay with taking up for him. I'm just asking direct questions, and I only have a few that still haven't been answered. And I have two of them that I can't wait to get answered. Number one, y'all already good. What did you call him for? What did you go over there for? That's all I want to know. And why does he have to take blood from the boxers when we know back in the day he was taking boxers for what he told us why he was taking it in the Balco days? Because he did not want to have any adverse health effects for the athletes. Because they was taking who? HGH, EPO, testosterone, insulin, and the clear. And those were the dosages he was giving them. All right, so then why you need to take comprehensive blood testing now? You're not doing that anymore. You see, these are the questions that I just want answered. And all I'm asking is for the panel, y'all guys that's here, and the guys that just left, and even the ladies that are in the chat, and everybody watching me live in living color for 3 hours and 11 minutes. I want to know what y'all think about it. You know, what's y'all perspective on all of these things? And the common thing that I've been hearing so far is that it's highly suspicious. And hey, I'll leave it up to the experts, whether they doing something legal or illegal. Hey, I'm not an expert in that. I'm an anti-doping advocate. That's it. So when I hear people say, oh, Victor Conte, he changed. Like Champside said that. Oh, I mean, he's on the other side now. I asked Champside directly, well, what did you mean by he was a criminal? Now he's on the other side. Oh, man, you got to follow my thought. No. Answer the question. What do you mean by that? Because if you say he's changed, I need evidence. I need proof. Why do you think he's doing everything the same thing that he's been doing? Unfortunately, even if it's not steroid use, Mr. Greg, it's highly suspicious. So if he can say that Manny Pacquiao and other fighters are suspicious, why can't I say that him and his fighters are? Why can't I have my voice? I get it now. And the reason why you ain't gonna find nobody else that get threatened with a lawsuit except for me, because I'm in the business. I'm behind the scenes. See, for Nine and the rest of them, they can say all this, but they ain't gonna sue for Nine and them. They ain't gonna target Blue Blood and the rest of these YouTubers when it's time for it. They ain't gonna target them. And there's no disrespect to none of those guys that talk about this. They ain't gonna target. You know what they're gonna say? Oh, they're just YouTubers. You know what they're gonna target? The boxing manager, the guy who has inside knowledge. The guy that can pick up a phone and make a phone call to people in box, we're going to target him. They'll come after me. But it's enough evidence out there. It don't make no difference if you come after me. I got over 10,100 and something subscribers, roller tape family members that can stand beside me and know I've never lied to nobody on YouTube. Now, I do a lot of entertainment and and being animated and all that. But for the most part, everybody knows I'm one of the realest ones on here. Hands down, bar for bar, they can't see me. But the bottom line is, it is what it is. Victor Conte can't go to no other sports. He's banned from every other sports except for the one I love. So hey, if he's on the list to get targeted, and I got to bring out all the information, we just need answers. I mean, look, real quick, and I'll let Ty speak, because we love to see when women come up here. I did a video challenging the validity of 24/7, 365 testing when it comes to VADA. Within 24 hours, everybody saw this. Vada comes out and say, oh man, we have Devin Haney. He's 24/7, 365. And then they updated their website, something that they never did all this time. When Bill Haney kept saying, oh, he's 24/7, 365 all year round. But they never updated the website until I came out. See, and I see what's happening now. So it's all good. I digress. Let me get this super chat, and I promise you, definitely going to have Ty come up, because I love when Ty come up and see us. Double salute to my guy, Rick. He always coming through, making sure the air fryer is about to get plugged out, because listen, we've been here I love when y'all stay with me 3 hours, 15 minutes. We still rocking out. My man Rick says in the super chat, Manager Marty, thank you for kicking boxing hat to the curb. Here is a little something, something. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me I get incentivized when I kick him off?
Yes.
I get paid? Oh,
yes.
man.
Yes.
Woo.
Hey,
Okay.
Ty. How you doing, Ty?
Now I know.
Hey,
now I know. Thank you, Rick.
And it's
What's
okay
going
to
on,
call
Ty?
me that as well.
Huh?
Okay.
I was talking to Ty.
Oh.
I feel honored.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Ty?
It's been a lot covered tonight. I was
I
trying
know.
to keep my focus with Hacker on the panel. And big ups to you, because I know for a while we had him blocked, but I see you, let him back on. Why is he still in the private chat? Like, what?
Who? Boxer
Hacker. He's still talking in the private. This guy
Let me
is
see. That
crazy.
is him. Boxer Hacker, go to bed. How is he still alive? I done killed this guy 5 times. How did he come back to life? What is this?
I don't know, but it's like, go take care of your children or something. What are you doing?
Boxer Hacker, go home. Is he home already? Maybe
I don't know what he got going on, but he's still. Look at him! Look at him! Let's go, Manager. This guy is nuts. Nah, but you definitely brought up a lot of interesting points, and I just wanted to touch back on some of the fights that we witnessed, where some of the participants were actually SNAC users, like you mentioned earlier, the fight with Devin and Ryan, how Devin kept getting back up, and it was just interesting to me because obviously, he don't really have a chin, but it was just interesting to me that he just kept like bouncing back up, almost like a basketball, like almost like it was kind of like instinctual. Not that like he didn't feel it or anything. It just watching these fights now and you putting these pieces together, it really helps me see through a different lens of how they perform in certain rounds. I think he said, what is it, like 6 and 9 and stuff?
It's the first round, second round, third, 6th, 9th, and 10. You're going to see the SNAC program working.
Yeah, just like Clarissa's last fight. Would she get that knockout in what round? What was that, round
She got
6?
the knockdown in 10, but the
10.
fight before that, she got the TKO in round 2.
What is he doing back here? Like,
is he still texting the thing?
Yeah, look at him. He's ridiculous. Anyway,
Dang, Boxer Hacker. God bless that man.
He's like a virus. But yeah, it's just very interesting how you put all these things together. But I had a question. So, is there a way that we can really figure out what they're doing to enhance themselves? Because like you said, some of them when they drop dirty, it's like we just saw Clarissa Shields, the marijuana, which may or may not have been marijuana. But is there any other type of testing they can do? Because what do they just test their blood?
There is, well, when it comes to testosterone, there is a 4-to-1 ratio that is used in the carbon isotope mass spectrometry test. And there's only really two labs, honestly, in the United States of America that test testosterone levels. And that is the Smarto lab, which is the same lab that VADA used. Of course, VADA is, you know who they are. They use that lab, to administer the test for the fighters. And that's why I'm still waiting for the test results of, let's say, Clarissa Shields from the Smarto lab in Utah. It's good that she put up the Quest Diagnostic lab results of her marijuana test, but that's not what I care about. As an advocate, I care because she's been with Victor Conte for 2 fights, and we've seen her performance enhance greatly. I want to see the test results being posted from the Smarto lab, and we haven't seen that yet. In fact, if you go and look at the Twitter account of Victor Conte, you can't find one, and this is for years, not just recently, years, one fighter who has their actual test results posted. Yes, they have a letter from VADA stating, hey, your test is negative. But I mean, I can type up a letter and use VADA's
Right.
letterhead
That's
and
nothing.
just
That's
say
not
negative. I
at
mean,
all.
anybody can do that. And I'm not saying that's what VADA's doing. I'm just telling you it's so easy to get it done. We need the actual results from the actual lab. If he's saying he's an anti-doping advocate and he's promoting clean sport, we haven't seen him do that, not even for Devin Haney or none of them. So to answer your question, there are other methods that can be used. It's not just about blood and urine, and it's also the frequency of the test. I mean, think about it in this case. If you got a fighter who's only getting tested maybe twice in 8 weeks, you're not going to catch that fighter doing really anything. It's the frequency of the test. But of course, according to Victor Conte, the test costs money. Well, everybody that's with Victor Conte, they're all rich. They all can pay $2,500, $15,000 all year round. All of them. All the SNAC fighters can pay for testing, but they don't. Who pays for the testing? The promoters do. The promoters pay for the testing. That's how it works. So there are ways to really key in on performance enhancing drugs not being used as frequently as it is being used with as far as the testing goes, but it comes with the frequency, it comes with the participation. There's a loophole, and just even when VADA sends out the document saying, hey, sign a whereabouts form. We heard Victor Conte even speak on this, where a boxer can manipulate the whereabouts forms and say on Thursday, I'll be at the gym at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then when Thursday come at 9 o'clock and the DCOs arrive to collect the samples and they're not there, they get that one shot. There's a loophole in that. There are a lot of changes that need to be made. But, I won't bore you with that. But yes,
No,
there
I'm
are
very
things that can
interested
be
in
done.
that because I think that is something that we need to look more into, because with these fighters' performances being enhanced, it's very dangerous. They're already in a very brutal sport, and then you're enhancing their performance, and that's just to say, like, what if naturally? I just feel like if your talents aren't good enough for you to naturally be where you are, then maybe you shouldn't be where you are. You know what I mean? So, like, if, for instance, we have a fight and you're enhanced and I'm not, and you beat me to a pulp, I mean, that's not to say you're better than me. That's just to say you have that extra wind beneath your wings.
You mean like Devin Haney did to Regis Prograis?
Yeah.
Or like Terence Crawford did to
Errol
Errol Spence?
Yeah.
Interesting. Like Bam Rodriguez has been doing it. Everybody he's fought.
I mean, yeah, and then the whole Glovegate situation with Bud is another story. But yeah, things like that, situations like that, I think they really need to be looked into, because who's to say these guys are really winning fights?
I mean, even if it's legal, and I'm not saying it's illegal. Let's say it's legal. I'm cool with that. But their performances are being enhanced. That's just the reality of it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Devin Haney told us, and I can play it. I got it queued up. Devin Haney told us in the Netflix documentary, it's performance enhancement without the drugs. So basically, everybody's with Victor Conte. Their performances are enhanced. Then how can we say that they're really that good? And if they are that good, then what did you go over to Victor and call him for? That's the $1 million question. I'm still waiting.
Don't PED stand for performance enhancing drugs?
Yes.
So what does he mean? So they're PEs, not PEDs, is what he's saying.
Yes.
And then look, check this out, man, Jamadi. Look, and that's why I don't mess with a lot of people. Like I said, it's only a few people. Like, we all grown and we all. I can't say we all smart. I want to say I believe that we all smart, but a lot of people just choose not to use their smartness. And what I'm getting at is because, like, Ryan sat on a podium in front of the crowd. Like, people won't downplay this because Ryan beat their favorite fighter. Not only did he address it, he asked the question that I was asking. How did your little brother know before anybody knew? Like, he didn't just ask him. He asked him this in front of them, in front of the brother. And all Devin Haney could come back with was, how did you get in your system? Knowing that he's dealing with a guy that, come on, man. Like, come on. If anybody really could sit back and say, Ryan lying, is they really using their brain? Just off of what he did at the press conference. You know how much balls that take? Because a nigga cheated. My bad for using the N-word too. But if a dude cheated, you think he gonna wait till he on top of, in front of everybody, all eyes on him? Ryan got a big name. Isn't that why Turkey put him the main event? Ryan name big enough. He know an audience gonna come. Ryan addressed what they didn't want Ryan to address. They thought Ryan was skissing out with Devin Haney so bad that he wouldn't use his regular common sense and then address it at times like the times that he addressed it. That if anybody can say that this guy lying, come on, let's be for real. I just know.
You know what I mean? I hear feedback. You know a question that nobody's asked yet, and I'm glad we're talking about this, and I promise y'all I'm gonna let y'all go soon. Is there any testing for this Turkey card in New York?
I don't think there was any for the Saudi Arabia card.
For the Bud fight either.
We haven't heard about
When is Riyadh season going to do body testing for the athletes? See what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia is a quote unquote PED cheat. He's on the main event. The same commission that overturned his decision against Devin. Why aren't they advocating for testing for Ryan? I'm talking about they, meaning the Haneys. Because they say he's a PED cheat.
I believe personally there probably is, in a lot of fighters, there probably is some cheating that we haven't been discovered. But again, I'll go back to the medical uses exception. I think it's a lot more of that going on than the other blatant cheating.
Of course.
I also think it's a lot of fighters who probably in the course, they're supposed to have been training, but I think a lot of fighters sometimes get an STD and got to be treated during the times that they're in training and going into a fight, which brings you right back into the medical exception uses again. Or a case where you've hurt yourself badly and you needed painkillers. But again, you can hide behind the medical exception usage. So if you're in a fight and you done, and I hate to besmirch them because I don't know if it happened that way, but you had your ribs injured doing training. And now you're going to get painkillers, which the painkillers don't just address the ribs, they numb you a little bit. So you have a little extra layer, not much, but you got a little extra layer to absorb pain during the course of a fight. That's another issue. And I think a lot of times when we don't see these guys, we don't even hear about the training. Something done went wrong within their training camps where they got to be tested, where they got to be treated for something, and they don't even want to put that on the test or on their jacket or however they expose on the website. They just don't even want it there for it to be questioned. So a lot of that is a big issue to me that doesn't really get talked about that much, because I think for the most part, when you can get the medical exception usage, that covers you in a lot of ways that nobody thinks about. Particularly if a doctor says, well, he needs this particular steroid, he needs this particular this or that, which ordinarily would be illegal if he didn't have this little issue or this little injury. I think that's more is what's needed to be looked at than say just the PEDs. I'm sure the PEDs are in there as well, but I think when you have a built-in way to get around using illegal substances, it's easier to use that when you have it behind the word of a doctor and some kind of medical documentation that you can present to the board, to present to the commission to say, this is why this is in the system. So is that okay? Yeah, well, he can go ahead and fight. So that's something I think, Marty, because you're very knowledgeable on that. It's an area to take a deep dive into as well.
I'm definitely already working on that.
Okay, I figured that you was rather.
And Greg, and look, well, for everybody, and like check this out, like before that last, what we gonna say, the last 2 days of the Devin Haney and Ryan fight, nobody never even thought in their brain to even call Ryan a cheat, a drug cheat. That 24 hours right before the fight. Matter of fact, that ain't even happened then. We all know what I mean. From what I think happened, my whole thing is that I just don't. I just can't sit back and like every time I get an opportunity to speak, I'm a speak on stuff like this. But you have channels say that what they call you. First I was an Earl sexual. Ryan, but the whole thing about it, if you ask these people on these same channels, have before the Devin fight, did you ever look at Ryan as a drug cheat? They start calling me out. Anybody that asks that question, they start calling you out your name because they can't answer it.
Yeah, and that's a question for people that are emotionally immature or lack of. I am of the same belief. I don't know what happened to Ryan, but he looked fatigued in that fight. He didn't look like he came in there with nothing extra. He looked tired as all get out. He kept turning his back to get his extra wind, and whenever he felt like cooking Devin, he started cooking them. I feel like the Ostarine was the perfect excuse for them because if you remember, right after the fight, they were blaming the 4 pounds, which they already took the money for. So when people were cooking them on that, they really had nothing to say. And then miraculously, these results come out with the nanogram or whatever you want to call it. And now all of a sudden, the only reason he beat me is because he was on PEDs. But we all watched the same fight. That's not the only reason that you lost. I'm not even sure that was a contributing factor. But y'all say y'all found it in his system, so y'all found it in his system. I don't know for sure whether you did or you didn't. I know the circumstances surrounding it are a little peculiar, especially knowing what we got with Victor Conte. That's why this time around, Ryan said he's going to get an additional team to test his blood and everything else going up to this fight. And now I guarantee you there won't be a second fight because Devin needs this. He needs an excuse as to why he lost. Chasing Tank Davis. I mean, this is when Chasing Tank Davis goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Something I was curious to say that I just lost my train of thought. So is now. Oh, Marty just asked this. Has there been any announcement about the free fight that card that they have in New York about any type of testing whatsoever? Has that question ever been brought up?
I haven't heard anything about testing. As a matter of fact, I am so anxious and I cannot wait to see how they're going to pull this free card off in the middle of Times Square, how they're going to block off all these businesses. And I really want to see how they're going to do this. I'll tell you what, the people of New York are going to hate them because logistically it's going to be a nightmare. You want to talk about wall-to-wall traffic. New York is already congested as all get out. You're going to slap a boxing match in the middle of Times Square. There's going to be crime. There's going to be all kind of madness going on. So I am very eager to see how they pull this off.
So am I. I mean, is that my? I'm on the desktop. Did y'all hear any feedback from me?
I think it's when we all. Oh no, okay. Carl was saying that was him. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to disturb anything. But I don't know how they're going to do it. I've been trying to, when I think about it, figure out how they're going to do it. I don't know. I'm wondering how the fight's going to go in terms of whether they'll pull it off, even if they have the card. What is going to be the most exciting fight? What's going to be the good fight? We'll see 3 good fights. But I know that these fights are important. This particular card is very important for Ryan in different ways. For Devin, definitely. For Rolly. And for Tio, even though it's a free fight card, why they agreed to it, what was the particulars, et cetera, we probably will never know. But apparently it's worth it to all 6 of them to do this particular card. So and so far that's what's supposed to happen. So it'll be interesting to see how they all perform. It'll be interesting to see if anybody had to be. Well, Ryan definitely probably is going to test just because he's the one that's been called a cheat. So I'm sure he's going to do that. I'm sure he's probably going to go out of his way to make sure his results are published so everybody will know, so he won't have to face the same backlash that he got when Haney's decided to call him a cheat. And they stay on that hard to cover up for the fact that Devin, as talented as Devin may be, still has some serious performance problems in the ring. And that comes down to training condition. To me, it's training and conditioning, and it's also instincts. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go to the left hook again. It doesn't make sense. You keep getting hit with the left hook that then drops you. Now your instincts automatically will cause you to get up. So that's not surprisingly just because you got knocked down that you instinctively move to get back up and even try to fight. But you keep getting knocked down the exact same way. So that tells me that there's something you haven't learned how to do. You haven't learned how to, and that's what I got into the brain trust. These fighters aren't being taught enough of how to perform and win in situations like Devin. If you're going to get knocked down, you should be able to have it in you to be able to get up, not just fight back, but to win. It should be in you. I didn't see that part of in Devin. And that's, again, we was talking about mentality over at 2 cents before last week. So some of those things are still missing. And those are the exact same things that any kind of supplement, any kind of PED cannot give you. It cannot give you those instincts. It cannot give you those skills, that muscle memory. PEDs, for the most part, works on your weight and muscle mass. Maybe you can get a little faster because you got the muscle to be a little more explosive. But if you don't know how to throw a punch, if you don't know how to get out of the way of a punch or block a punch using either your head, your body, or your feet, PEDs is not helping you with that. Nobody seems to understand when they say, well, he only won because he cheated, blah, blah, blah. Whoever it could be, it doesn't matter who you're talking about. Your skill set is not an appeal. That's something that you have talent and you find the right teacher and trainer to show you how to use all of that. Then you find the right coach for nutrition and the right new person who's fixing your food. You need that whole team to teach you different things about your body. Sometimes that's where supplements can come in, but that's also where trouble can sneak in as well. And here we have it. We're talking about fighters who are on a program or who use a supplement from a guy who the world knows cheated with a lot of other world-class athletes to the point where he can never be around those sports again other than boxing. So all of those things, it's a whole package that we have to consider. And that's what causes a conversation. That's why we always come back to this, because it's still there in our faces and we have to consider it. So suppose Conor Ben pops dirty again in his fight. Then what? Because supposedly he hadn't done anything. Or it was a mistake, or they forgave him, or however they got him back in the ring. And Eddie Hearn helped that happen.
I was about to say that was very interesting to me, that whole Conor Ben incident. Didn't he say something about his eggs or something he ate or some foolishness?
It's always going to be an excuse. It's always when you get caught, as opposed to say, yeah, I cheated, which nobody actually does until after they've done the jail time or got punished, and they may admit it after they've been punished. But when you get caught doing something and it can't all the way be proven, or there's not a whole bunch of penalty, you're going to make an excuse. The test was wrong. It was dirty. It was this. It was that. You're going to say that because you're being embarrassed. You're being called out. Everything about you is now being questioned. Have you been cheating the whole time? I mean, you look at what happened to Margarito. As soon as that plaster of Paris fell out of his glove, the questions have never left him, and now he can't even fight anymore. Then, of course, he got beat up when Cotto got the rematch. But the problem was, until that happened, nobody said a word. Again, brain trust. Had Nassim Richardson, who was from the old school, who had Bowie Fischer teaching him, to know you're supposed to be in the dressing room when your opponent's having his hands wrapped and saw it, we would have never even heard anything about Margarito having his wraps loaded.
Wait, so your opponent has to go in the dressing room with you? I
When
thought just the refs or somebody.
No, when you're having your hands wrapped and I'm fighting fighter A, somebody from his team has to be in the dressing room to watch my hands get wrapped, and somebody from my team got to be in their dressing room to watch their hands get wrapped. But a lot of times, today's fighters, even some of the yesterday's fighters, don't bother to do it, and you miss something like what I seen Richmond caught. Because look how many times not Margarito done hurt people in that ring. Even Cotto the first time, and nobody was from in Cotto's corner had ever been in that dressing room to even see it, or maybe didn't even know what to look for. So this is why old school training and old school professionals from need to be around to teach these trainers, these cornermen, and even these fighters, not just how to fight, but what to look for when something is not right and what you got to do about it. Because that way, like I said, if somebody from Cotto's corner had been in that dressing room from that first fight, they would have caught that. So
that's very interesting to me, especially with like all of these situations with quote unquote Bud's gloves. Why were they never caught?
Well, see, the thing about the gloves is, again, this is old school again. There are 3 types of gloves that are legal. Now, some states don't like to let all 3 of them be legal. You can have the ones that have the foam, and that is actually to protect who you punching and to protect your hands as well. Then you have the hybrid gloves that are part straw and part foam. But then you have the horsehair gloves, which are very, very soft. Usually fighters who have very hard hands use the horsehair gloves. But the horsehair gloves have a lot of problems that people seem to dismiss when it's convenient. Horsehair gloves are apt to split a lot because they're so soft. You can hit, when you're doing pad work, which you can do, that softens up the gloves as well. And I know we've seen some fighters hitting the floor with their gloves because they're trying to soften them up. But when you got horsehair gloves, you can darn near feel the knuckle before the fight begins. But because they're so soft, they can't split. Bud has used horsehair gloves a lot. I'm trying to think of who in this generation has as well. As a matter of fact, at one point early in his career, when he was knocking people out, Mayweather was using horsehair gloves, except his hands are brittle, which is why he started having a lot of problems with his hands, getting the cortisone injections, which he could be called on that, but it was legal to do it. That's where the medical exception can come in.
Right?
Yeah. So the gloves, now sometimes your gloves are, I want to say, I think it was Fury's gloves, were not on his hands correctly. We saw that. Now that's a blatant flaw. That's a blatant violation. But it's the people in who's a referee in the fight, the officials not calling it. It's us who just bring it up. But when you have gloves that split, Bud's gloves are not the only glove that has split in a major fight. It's happened to Holyfield. Sometimes there's been corners who actually, no, I'm not Cash Crypto. There's also other fighters. For instance, Ali was fighting Cooper. I can't think of his first name. It'll come to me. Who dropped him hard, almost took him out of that fight. Went back to the corner. They cut Ali's gloves so they could take them off and redo and get new gloves so he could have time to recover. That's just an example of what you get away with. But like I said, gloves are apt to be toyed with. Sometimes you can load the glove.
So then, Mr. Greg, So was Bud using the what'd you say, the horsehair glove
Horsehair
when he
gloves.
was able to like? Because I saw him when he was able to like close his fist. Like, was he using the horse? Is that what horsehair gloves do? They feel
Horse,
more like hands, or
horsehair gloves are very soft, and you can feel the knuckle when you punch enough, hard enough. That's something that nobody wants to understand because most fighters don't use horsehair gloves anymore. That's
And with
a cool thing.
and when Bud for Earl, I ain't even gonna hold you. I seen Bud hand like this, bro. Like I was like,
that's what I'm saying. You can open
what?
and
You
close
can
your hand.
open up
Right?
I'm
and
like,
Kind of gloves.
I'm like, how his hand? How he got his hand to be straight like
if
that
that
in the?
thumb, if that thumb isn't stitched down in the glove, some states require that happens, that the glove is stitched down. So you
It's,
can
Hold on,
it's,
only
hold on,
open.
it
Greg.
sounds like we're having
Because I can't hear Greg. This is an
it
echo.
sounds like we're
Oh
having
my
some
bad, my
technical
bad.
difficulties. I don't know what's going on. It sounds like we're having
No,
some
that's Carl. When he's like, I don't know why when he's on, it's like staticky. But I'm sorry, Mr. Greg.
Yeah,
Can you go back over that? So when he has those gloves on, he's able to open and extend his hands with the horsehair gloves. Is that what you're saying?
you can if the thumb isn't stitched down. Some states or commissions require you use that kind of glove. Some commissions require or ban you using horsehair gloves altogether because you can hurt a fighter much harder, but you could also break your own hands much quicker because there's not enough padding to protect your hand because you're literally punching somebody in the face with your bare fist almost with the horsehair gloves. But some commissions allow it. But most people think
So that's why.
Bud was cheating. I don't think he was cheating with the gloves. I do understand the suspicion about Victor Conte, but the gloves I do not think he was cheating.
And Greg, well, everybody. And remember earlier when I was talking about people only speaking about Ryan cheating because they favorite fighter over there. Like another example, when Frank Martin fought Michelle Rivera, he popped for something worse than Ostering. And none of them dudes that was they advocates for clean boxing, none of them dudes made a video to speak on that. You know what I mean? Because Frank Martin is not their favorite fighter.
And Frank Martin's black. If it was Frank Martin that cheated, trust and believe me, you would have saw that everywhere.
Yeah. Another thing too, Holyfield's gloves split in the fight too. Um, it'll come to me who he was fighting. But I'm just bringing up thinking of random times that gloves are split. And I think somebody mentioned that when Bud fought Avernizen and his gloves split, yes, they should have stopped the fight to change his gloves, but they did. They looked at his gloves and they didn't make that ruling. So even though people don't like that happen, that's what the officials did at that particular fight. Yes, they should have actually changed Bud's gloves when they split during that time, but when they resumed the fight, he knocked him out. So the point was moot in terms of whether if they had gone through the whole round, what they would have done at the end of that round. So I agree with anybody who says the gloves should have been changed because I agree with that as well. I've seen that happen too in not high profile fights. I've seen it even in club fights. I've seen it in some of the Golden Glove fights that has happened. They'll stop and they'll do that, but it's a judgment call. So we'll always will see things that we don't like that we would like for the fights to be fair, but fair is relative to what?
I guess a level playing field is what I'm really trying to understand. I mean, that's what's fair to me. I mean,
Yeah.
a level playing field. Your gloves are fine, my gloves are fine. You ain't on SNAC, I ain't on SNAC. Let's really put skill versus skill without any extra ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Let's not sprinkle it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
Let's
remember?
not put a little razzle dazzle on it. You know?
Yeah.
Do you remember when there was a controversy before the fight with Mayweather and Maidana?
And Maidana, yeah,
Yeah. Well, Maidana had gloves that were legal. Mayweather understood the danger of him getting hit because Maidana can punch. He made a big stink about it while they was checking out the gloves, but the bottom line was Mayweather paid him to change those gloves.
I remember that they were in the back. They almost didn't fight. He was like, "No, we're gonna use my gloves, and that's it." Like,
Yeah, because there were no patent in those gloves.
Right.
It was very, very limited patent in those gloves that Maidana had. And
I think it was the MX gloves he had.
Huh?
Was it the MX gloves he had?
They were the MX gloves, but at the same time, they were pre-worn gloves. They were the same gloves that he wore against against Vrona.
Yeah, yeah. And
You know
see,
what I
but
mean?
fighters want to, I don't mean to cut you off, Marty. Fighters want those gloves to be soft as they can. And sometimes, like I said, it's legal to be doing pad work just before the fight. That's softening up the gloves and loosening up the fighter as well. But it's not legal to do what, say, Kovalov was doing when he was punching the floor, the concrete floor, to soften up the gloves in the, I think it was the fight that he had with Andre. I'm not sure if that was the fight where he was doing it. But
Yeah.
fighters will do things like that. And if nobody has seen it, that can say, oh, no, you can't do it. You got to stop. They're going to
Yeah.
keep on doing it.
And I think somebody's feedback, and I'll end it with this. So shout out to Boss Project, double salute to Boss Project. Thank you for the super sticker, Boss Project. I appreciate your contribution and your support to the channel. It's amazing that we're talking about these things, and I say it amazing in the sense that we just want to watch good, entertaining fights, and sometimes some people don't notice it, but there's a lot of unfortunate things that happen that result into some bad, um, like things happening to fighters. You know, when you look at PD usage, most of the time you can't tell who's on PDs. And so, if you've been around long as I have, and I've studied the pattern behaviors of these fighters, the behavior patterns rather. And so I know what's happening. And once again, when I say performance enhancement, let me be clear. I didn't say anything about things being illegal, but I will tell you this, and I gotta show it on your screen. I promise you I'm gonna let you go after this. Bam! There you go. You can't get out of this. There's nothing you can say. So anytime there's a SNAC fighter, and we have to be honest, anytime, it doesn't matter if the SNAC fighter win or lose, we know when they're in that ring competing and they are rolling with Victor Conte and they are part of his SNAC program, we know that their performance is enhanced. We know that now. Some people fought with me for over a year and a half. I've been talking about this since the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight publicly. I really been speaking on this for like 13 years before I even came on YouTube. But as far as getting the audience to be galvanized to hear my voice on this whole entire matter, it started right there from that fight alone, and all the other fights before and after. And so I want to dismiss everybody right here with this on your screen, because I got to come back for a part 2, and I love for all of y'all to come back because I want your take on Terence Crawford and Canelo. And I am going to deal with, and it's really not a real conspiracy, but I had some questions on that. I had some questions. I'm going to leave y'all with it, so when we come back, we can deal with it and talk about it. And the question becomes this, and I got the proof. I've been doing research on this. And some of you that remember me from the very beginning, when I first got on YouTube 2.5 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago, I was talking about the negotiations being stalled by Terence Crawford when it came down to him and Errol. And I kept saying he don't want to fight Errol right now because of the behavior patterns of Terence Crawford. And this is before he even got with Victor Conte. And lo and behold, we found out from LC, a friend of Terence Crawford, I played it in the beginning of this broadcast, where he said, hey, he's bigger. Errol Spence is bigger. That's because I asked him, what do you think is the reason why Terence Crawford went over to Victor Conte? He said, hey, everybody kept saying that You know, Errol Spence is bigger. And then in 2019, I played this earlier. I'm going to play it again when we come back, all right? But Victor Conte said in 2019, 2 years before Terence Crawford even went to the SNAC program and called Victor, he said Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, in his opinion, is a 50-50 fight. He said Errol Spence is bigger. And so I said all that to say, it's amazing to me how when it was time for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to fight, before they even fought, Errol Spence was bigger. He gets with Victor Conte, and of course, Victor said it was a 50-50 fight. But when he got with the SNAC program, we saw what happened in July of 2023. It wasn't 50-50 at all. And not only that, if Errol was big, while Terence Crawford was in the same weight class as him, then how come Canelo Alvarez isn't that big while Terence Crawford is on the SNAC program? I'm Manager Vardy. Roll the tape.